been trying to get money, they ask Johnny where you been at. Ducked off in the hood, getting money where they spin at. Out here with it solo, cause my God is on parole. Southside got it still on swole, you know where that effing in at. But we won't get into that, cause these boys got quick lips. Hate on Fat Johnny in the Audi with the stick shift. Catch him in that red zone, hit him with that pick six. This is Crooked Christie, small city, big business. Look, you gon' need a cosign, cause we definitely throw hands when it go down. Dion in his prime, showtime at the showdown. Ain't no gas in the cutter, but you getting mowed down. Smoking on this hybrid, this shit hit like Gohan. Then I pass it to my bad bitch. We chop it up, she slop it up like some manwich. Shit's pretty, you can paint them on a canvas, but I'ma bust on them like a motherfucking savage. Fat essay on a jet ski, they think I'm Cali. In your baby mama tub, eating chicken salad, trying to track my package. They telling me it's hitting Dallas, and they gonna pay a pretty penny once it hit the valley. Johnny. Trill. I've been trying to get money, they ask Johnny where you been at. Ducked off in the hood, getting money where they spin at. Out here with it solo, cause my God is on parole. Southside got it still on swole, you know where that effing in at. But we won't get into that, cause these boys got quick lips. Hate on Fat Johnny in the Audi with the stick shift. Catch him in that red zone, hit him with that pick six. This is Crooked Christie, small city, big business. Look, you gon' need a cosign, cause we definitely throw hands when it go down. Dion in his prime, showtime at the showdown. Ain't no gas in the cutter, but you getting mowed down. Smoking on this hybrid, this shit hit like Gohan. Then I pass it to my bad bitch. We chop it up, she slop it up like some manwich. Shit's pretty, you can paint them on a canvas, but I'ma bust on them like a motherfucking savage. Fat essay on a jet ski, they think I'm Cali. In your baby mama tub, eating chicken salad, trying to track my package. They telling me it's hitting Dallas, and they gonna pay a pretty penny once it hit the valley. Johnny.
World, what's up, world?
Oh shit, I'm already.
Yeah, we on and popping. This is Trill Talk with your boy Loud. Well, we gonna kick the truth, speak the real, and always keep it Trill. Episode 5 today, man. I got none other than one of the Corpus Christi living legends. I'm getting honored to sit down with, man. My man SMOKEBEATZ, Danny Blanco. Y'all get a hand for Mr. SMOKEBEATZ. We in the building today, man. If y'all don't know who this man is, SMOKEBEATZ been around a long time. He is one of the, I'm going to go ahead and give him his flowers, one of the pioneers of the rap movement, period. Any type of community, any type of culture. This man is a smack dab in the middle of the leading front line of it. My guy SMOKEBEATZ, man, I appreciate you on right now, having you on here at Trill Talk. We're going to kick it off, something light. I know we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of it a little bit, man, but let's just say there's a youngster watching right now. He doesn't really know who you are. Give a rundown of yourself, just something nice and quick about who SMOKEBEATZ is.
For a youngster?
Yeah, or just someone who doesn't know who you are, man. Just shoot a couple of credentials out, you know what I mean?
SMOKEBEATZ, music producer. Music producer, movie director, engineer, musician, all here in Corpus Christi. Been here for a while, been doing it for a while, for like a little over 20 years. So
20 years.
Yeah, I don't say too much, man. I'm age myself too much, you know what I mean? But,
yeah, we know that. We get that. We call him seasoned. He's a seasoned vet around here. Been around a long time. One of the first early memories that I have of ever seeing anybody from my city on TV was SMOKEBEATZ and Four Corner Hustluz. That was on Channel 6. I don't know if y'all remember. I'm not talking about Channel 6 News. I'm talking about the actual Channel 6.
Public access?
It was
KTMV.
It was KTMV.
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So it was a whole breakdown. Can you give us a little breakdown on how that happened? Because y'all were one of the first people I ever saw on that.
Well, when we had just finished doing the Chop Chop video and the Thugs in the Club video, and Tiny and I went to go talk to him to go see how we get up on there, you know, and they were telling us, oh, well, if you pay this much money, this and that, and we were like, I don't know, we were like, man, you know.
Who put you onto that lick? Like, who put you onto?
Well, we saw him on TV, and they had played like a couple of I think they played like Baby Bash or just a couple of hip hop. So we were like, oh, let's go try it. And Tiny already kind of knew the guy, so we went.
Oh, okay.
We talked to him, but they had a little yellow van. Not a bus, a little school bus.
Yeah. Short bus.
The dude
Short
told
bus
us,
keys.
Paint the school bus, and we'll put your video on.
No
Because we used to have a paint
body shop.
Yeah, body shop called No Limit Customs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tiny and I. And Tiny was like, you know what? Yeah, we can do it. And I was like, oh, shit, are you
Barter.
sure? Yeah, so we ended up painting the bus. We painted the bus for him black. And, I mean, that was like the most horrible paint job we ever did. But, you know what I mean? And check this out. They put it on there, and they never took it off. I don't even know, I don't know if it's still on there. You know what I mean?
So was that just like a straight promo move, or did y'all ever see any kind of bread off that? Like, how did that work? Was that just all for promotion?
It was all promo, yeah, it was promo. I mean, but look at how it looked. For a guy like you, that you would see it on TV and you'd be like, damn, those dudes are doing shit.
Yeah, it was crazy back in the day. So let's rewind a little bit. Yeah. He kind of put you on game about one of the first songs that kind of took Smoke and Four Corner to where they ended up, reaching as far as levels of popularity and, being a major player in the rap game for Texas at that time. But that song was Chop Chop on Twankies or Chop Chop?
Just Chop Chop.
But the hook was Chop Chop on Twankies, and y'all remember that motherfucking song. Everybody, whether they liked it or not, knew that motherfucking song. It was in your head.
I knew people that hated us. I didn't even want to be around them dudes, but they hated us, talked all kinds of shit, no matter what, but they'd be bumping our shit. They'd be at their parties bumping our whole CD, you know what I mean?
The song was everywhere. So,
we're going to get more into the song later on.
Yeah, we're going to get into, because I got a question about that. But, so let's rewind to the beginning. You want to be a producer. And at this time, there's not a lot of Mexican producers. So how did that even start? When was it? And what made you want to become a producer or even go that route when, at that time, there's not a lot of producers to look up to that are, that are Mexican in the rap game or.
Never thought of it as a Mexican or Latino producer type deal when we started.
Who was inspiring you to even...
Manny Fresh, Beats by the Pound, Dr. Dre, Scott Storch, not Scott Storch, Timbaland, just the big timers at that time, you know what I mean? That's who I was. But our sound, when I started doing the beats, I loved Manny Fresh. So
what did you start doing your beats on? Was it MPC or was it a keyboard? You have a Trinity or some shit?
My brother Bob at that time, that was the Bob Robert. He was the CEO of Thug City Records, but he was my lifelong brother, boy. Okay. You know what I mean? We grew up together. That's my brother. That's family right there. But he one day before we were man. Okay, so I tell this story. We're gonna have to go through some other questions because the way I get to becoming a producer.
Well, break it down. That's what we want to hear. Shit, let's go.
It starts.
We want the smoke
okay.
story.
Okay. Yeah, so it starts before that because, say, let's go back to 97, 98.
Yeah, 97,
97, 98. Yes, I'm old. I'm fucking old. Okay, so 97, 98, we're living the life. We're out there doing what we shouldn't be doing dumb shit. On the streets and shit. And at that time, we started fucking around, that's when Flatline would come by. He would come by and he was I want to say He was probably younger, like about 18, 19, around there or something like that. He used to go by Kid D, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. He's probably, he would hate that I said that. But anyway.
Rest in peace, Flat, man.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Time, too.
So he would come by, and then we had Tulok, and Tulok and him would go at it all the time. They're beefing,
okay.
like, because...
Competitive.
Because Tulok was a Crip, and Flat was Blood. So they would do these battles on these like crazy ass beats, whack ass beats that I would just come up with or whatever, and they would just do the
just so they can hurry up and
yeah,
spit
just
something.
so they can spit. You know what I mean?
I rapped on a few.
And
of
to
those.
us, it was like, oh, that was fucking gold. Magic. You know what I mean? But anyway, so time going on. Flat gets arrested, goes to jail, right? And so it's just like us just there fucking around. We started fucking around. We weren't doing really much, but...
And this is you and Tulok?
Me, Tulok, and Ice, and Ernest, my cousin Ernest, and we were all
okay,
there.
So everybody has been there since the jump.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was one of the questions I had.
All know each other.
Because we all lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
the Four Corner Hood is right there. Agnes, not Agnes, Port, Baldwin,
Crosstown,
and Morgan. Gosh damn, I almost forgot. It's been a while. All right, it's been a while since I had to explain it like that. But we lived in that little neighborhood. Yeah. And because it was Ernest, my little cousin Paul. He's out there. I lived with them like in my grandfather's house, my aunt's house right there. So we all had like family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were all family right there. And then Tulok and all them. Tulok, I think he was living on Cloyd Street or something at that time.
On the other side.
Yeah. But then he would come to over here and hang out with all the other guys. My homeboy Frank down the street. So, and then Ice lived down, like, just across the street. So Ice lived there. We all lived around, so we all fucking, grew up with each other pretty much.
From the jump, okay.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the questions that we had, like, how did the origination start?
Yeah, and it was because I got there late. I got in that hood, like, when I was 18, I moved there because I'm from the South Side. I went to Carroll. I was a South Sider. I mean, still South Side, you know what I mean? But I had unfortunate stuff going on, and just my mom didn't want me at her house no more, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just because I was fucking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know how it goes.
But I was fucking up, so I had to move to my grandparents for a little bit. And when I'm staying over there, it's like I didn't know anybody, but I met Tiny, and Tiny was like cool with me, and since I come from all the. I went to Carroll, came up with all my homeboys were fucking Bloods, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I came into that hood.
Boys running around.
I came into the hood and everything was blue.
Yeah.
But the strange thing though was that nobody really fucked with me. They all showed me respect. They were cool with me. I respected them. They respected me. They didn't fuck with me. It was really crazy because they liked my cousin Ernest and Paul and my cousin Tina, and we all they were cool with everybody. So,
and that little hood right there goes hard. Dog.
Yeah,
my cousins are from that hood too. Riders after Wells.
So later on, cutting all that, and then so that's how we knew each other. So when we started doing music, when Flat went to jail, my cousin Ernest, he was fucking around on the beat on the keyboard, and he made a good a song. Like he was making a song, and I said, "Damn, that sounds dope!" Like
that was
Ice was rapping to it, freestyling it. That he was killing it. Tulok would come in. Tulok came in, and he was like, "Damn, that shit's dope!" And he started rapping, and it was just like fluid, like it just flowed. Yeah, it was just really dope. And
that's back in the day. So the piano was you had to save it to the bank.
Yeah,
to save
Casio. This is no saving nothing.
Oh, no, it's no saving.
Y'all weren't even recording the actual vocals.
Well, I had a little 4-track. I had a little Panasonic 4-track, so I would just plug it up in there. So we could save it because we'd save it on that. But
on that one track,
Ernest did it, and then I told him, hey, show me what you're doing. Da da da. I listened to it. Okay, cool. And we're there, and I'm listening to everybody's jamming, right? So I have my homeboy Marquise. He has. Oh, you know what? I had my 4-track was broken. So he has the real 4-track, the nice one. He has a real he had a Korg M1, I believe, at that time, like a big old fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
And I told him, hey, can I record this over there? And I don't know what happened. I tried to get the guys to go, but everybody was doing their own thing that day or something, you know, because, I mean, it wasn't nothing big, you know what I mean? So I went over there and I was working on some other stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I said, Ernest did this. Let's work on this. So we did that song. I made the beat and everything, or I did the keys that Ernest had already did it. And then my homeboy Marquise, he did the drums.
And you're able to save on this chord.
Yeah, on the
disc,
on the
chord,
the 4-track.
4-track
on
that
the
he had on the recorder.
So you're still playing it live and
Yeah.
saving this as a 4-track.
Yeah.
And
so,
are you going back over it too?
Yeah. And,
So if you fuck up, you gotta start over, right?
You fuck up, you start over.
Oh shit.
So
Trenches, boy.
So I take it back to the guys. Me and Mark, we're like, dope. We were excited.
Yeah.
Mark, he was like, wow, that shit sounded good. I liked it. I was excited about it. I did change it a little bit, you know, because I don't know, the way we had it, you know, we started cooking it, and I took it back to the guys, and everybody was like, "Jan, that shit was dope." Like, so we ended up. Marquise brought his microphone, and we ended up like recording
vocals.
A really rough, like rough draft of that song.
Was it a handheld mic?
And that song, it was a microphone, but it was, we holding it.
Yeah.
And he, what do you call it? He recorded it. He recorded everybody's parts or whatever. When I had it, the song was called Thug City, and it was about Corpus, you know, and it was really dope. We never put it out. I don't know why it didn't make the first album, but when we did it, I showed, Tiny was there with me the whole time, but he didn't go with it to Mark's. I don't think so. Well, anyway, when he came, he heard it, and he was freaking out. Like, it sounded, even though it sounded bad to us,
the potential was there.
Bro, I knew we were onto something. Like, I
feel you. The potential
I knew
was
it. It was like, it wasn't like nothing anybody was putting out here.
It made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up type
I'm
shit.
not talking shit about anybody else. I'm just saying it was different. It was a different style. It was like...
Well, at that particular time,
you know
there
what I mean?
wasn't... I mean, who else would there have been?
Well, there was Scagnetti and...
Skag would have to be alone.
Yeah,
Sammy,
like tracks over there on the
Sammy,
west too, right? Like tracks and stuff, making beats and stuff.
Yeah.
And Third Coast Stugs is out.
98.
Yeah.
Third Coast Stugs is out at this time
Third
too.
Coast does that with
Johnny Moog play maybe,
yeah. So they had already had, there was already a couple of groups before us.
Yeah, that's right.
And even Below Life, I mean, what was DJ Kane's old group? I forgot.
Got me there, homie.
And
that
the G, he was the G.
got put me
He was
on
over there
game
with
about that
Scagnetti
one.
and them.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
Alone.
I remember
Scagnetti and all
Scagnetti,
them,
though.
yeah.
I remember Scagnetti, yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah, so they had their thing going on. So our sound wasn't different.
Yeah.
Because, you know, of course, we were like Master P. We were like the new generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
that's Ghetto Dope is out right then. And
But I had that raunchy, rough recording, and me and Tiny were driving, and we were driving somewhere. I don't know where the fuck we were at, but we're driving, and he said something about, man, we need to get a manager. We need to get somebody that can put the music out and this and that. And I was like, I like no hesitation. For some reason, I had something told me, call Bob. That was my boy Robert. So call Bob, and I used his fucking Motorola flip phone at that time where he started. I think it was a prime code too at that time probably. So I used his phone and I said, "Hey, check this out. Look." And I showed him, and we were jamming it in the car in this truck, and we were jamming it. And then I said, he's like, "Who's that?" I said, "That's us, dude. We made this." And he's like, "What? That shit?" He was flipping, like he was like, "Dude, that shit is dope." And I said, "We need a manager." I was like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll talk about it. Hell yeah!" And he was excited. That was the beginning of that.
Oh,
so
shit.
that's
how you fell into it. After that, you were the producer.
Yeah.
Were y'all even a group at that time?
We weren't even a group.
That was the start of the group. Okay, you're this, you're that, I'm this. Let's go. You're the manager, I'm the producer, nigga, y'all the rappers. And
You had a manager before you had a group.
Yeah, we had the label already like interested to form, and we didn't even have a group. Like, we didn't even have a name.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So how did the name come up? Who came up with it? How did that happen?
Tiny already, because before that we used to do things around the neighborhood, and he would always say, yeah, like the Four Corner Hustlers, the Four Corner Hustlers. I never knew where the fuck he got that shit from. Later on, I found out, and I was like, that's fucked up. We're not affiliated, but at the same time, we were just a rap group. But at the same time, that's what he had kept saying. And I want to say that he had got it from King Rich. That him and King Rich used to have a little thing called the Four Corner Hustlers. So he took it, we got it, we adopted it, and that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Robert took from the first song that we did, Thug City, and I believe that's where he got the whole like Thug City for the Thug City records.
Yeah.
And then even I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Tulo got it on the back of his neck, the Thug City. I don't know.
So Thug City Records was y'all's label that y'all started.
Yeah, but it was mainly Robert.
Who was
Robert?
Robert?
I'm not gonna take the credit away from him.
He was from Corpus?
He was from Corpus, but he moved to San Antonio.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was, put it this way, I've known him since I was 11. We were like brothers. You know, we hung out every day. We you know what I mean?
So he was your homeboy?
Yeah, he was my friend.
Okay.
And none of the other guys knew him. So when I told him like this, I put him down. Like I said, hey, this is my boy. You know what I mean? Like he's like family. Like, you know, I could trust him. So we're all right. So he started getting more involved, and he
becoming
was like,
a financial backer basically already.
He was good because he had his grandmother had a restaurant, and he was helping with the restaurant, so he was able to get money from their loans and all that, or whatever he had to do. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like it was still a grind, bro. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was just they would just give it to him. You know what I mean? He still had a grind. There's a lot of respect for that. Yeah, he helped out tremendously. You know what I mean? And he for that. Okay, so we have the Thug City. He's already brewing in San Antonio. He's in San Antonio. He's like, okay, get shit ready and this and that. So we're like, what do we do? Yeah. So now we have to make a group. You know what I mean? Now we have to like get together, and we already had the group. We had the group, but we didn't have the group. It wasn't confirmed. Yeah. You know what I mean? We had Tulo for sure, ISIS for sure. We didn't know if Ernest was if he wanted to do music or if he wanted to rap, and then he chose to rap, so he was gonna be the rap. So we didn't have a fourth member. Okay. We had to look for a fourth member. So we had auditions. We had auditions, yeah. And I'm not gonna say anybody that auditioned, because there was a few cats that auditioned, and I'm pretty sure that after once they saw our fucking CDs in the stores, they were probably like, damn, that could have been me too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, and so I'm not gonna take.
But were there anybody who turned out to be anybody like doing rap stuff locally without saying any names?
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, a few. Yeah, because we were trying to get people that were on the same level as Ice and Loke. You know what I mean? And so, you know, Ernest had been freestyling a couple of times, but he wasn't like as invested as Tulo and Ice. You know, they were writing shit and, you know, fucking freestyling all the time, all the chance that they had. You know what I mean? So once he started getting involved, he started doing his part. You know what I mean? So we were just like, I don't know what it was. Fucking one day, Tiny was like, I said something. We were in the car and I was all crunk, and I said something, and he goes, dude, write a verse. And I said, all right, because we had a song that we were going to do, and I wrote the verse to it, and they liked it. And it came out, I was like a mystical, kind of like Fiend. Oh, really? I came out like Fiend with that raspy-ass voice, you know what I mean?
So you were always rapping and making beats?
Yeah, I was thrown into that. The beat part, I had been doing music since I was little, you know what I mean? So I kind of already was musically inclined, you know what I mean? But the rapping, I never did that shit.
So are you saying you became the fourth member?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
So I became the fourth member. I was the last one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the outside looking in, at this particular time, y'all looked heavily involved with H-Town's Dope House movement, and also I would say, like, I think Low Key Ballers and like the Lucky Lucianos, and at
The
this
Latin
time,
rap scene of the South.
at this particular time, did that all happen organically at the same time, coincidentally, or was everybody kind of reaching out and kind of helping each other at that particular time?
Well, it kind of really wasn't at the same time.
Oh, okay, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at the same time because, like you said, like when we started, there was only those groups that I had mentioned. Really,
Okay.
there was no other record labels. There was no other.
So Dope House wasn't out at
Oh
this
no,
time?
no. I'm talking about Corpus.
Okay.
But Dope House and all that, like. Okay, so I got to tell you how we got there.
I think what Lau's trying to say is whenever y'all came out, that y'all fall into like the circle of like the Latin the Latin rap scene.
Oh yeah,
of the
yeah,
South.
definitely,
Okay,
definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
We were right in the heart of it. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful time for shows because I don't care if you were a Mexican, if you're a black, if you're a white, if you had a group and you went and did a show, everybody was there. There was people fucking paid. People would go and see the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You remember the Yellow Rose?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Packed. Every show was fucking packed.
Yeah.
Every show was packed.
That's where I saw 3 6 Mafia, I think, for the first time.
Yeah, that's where we did that show too. We opened up right up for them.
Well, then I saw you, brother. I saw you as a fan.
That was the first time I met Juicy J right there.
shit.
Yeah, we talked and everything. And that's why yeah.
Right, damn, just flex.
Yeah.
First time, man.
Well, yeah. And DJ Paul too. We met them both at the same. They were in the Yellow Rose, and we were there too. And we were doing sound check, and they were just there and trying to catch it. Hey, that's DJ Paul. That's Juicy
So
J.
damn, that's
Juicy
cool
J.
as
And I was
fuck.
like,
So let me ask you real quick. Let's just side note it real quick. Top 3 people that you have been able to meet in your career that you were like, they're cool. Shoot me 3 off real quick. You said, well, there's
That
2
were
more.
cool?
2 more. You said Juicy J and DJ Paul. I
Like
would be
down
like,
the
man,
earth,
that's
like
tight.
well, that were cool or just big time?
That you liked. That you
That were
liked.
big time
yeah.
and cool.
Maybe surprised
I
you
met
or
some big
something.
time assholes before. Shit.
Yeah, for real. Right?
Probably like Birdman and what do you call it? Lil Wayne
Birdman.
and Juvenile. And guess what we were doing? We were at the Sunken Gardens Theater eating fucking chicken wings and fucking we're eating their food. We're eating their food, sitting there
They
eating
were
chicken
eating
wings,
their
everything. And it was I wanna say Ice, if I'm wrong, I wanna say that it was because of Ice, because Ice went and started eating their shit, and we were like, "Oh, we could eat that shit. Let's go." That's how I remember it. I don't know,
funny.
but that was when Lil Wayne was like,
Yeah, give us a year.
18,
What would you say,
17?
about 98, 99?
this was like 99. Yeah. This was back that ass up just came out,
Oh, really?
and we opened up for them in Sunken Gardens at that time.
That's crazy.
And Robert went all out on that one. He got us a limo and everything. We looked good.
Okay, so that's
That
what I'm
was-
asking
that
before
was
you go on now. So was Four Corner Hustlers an act that was signed to Thug City Records, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, before the album came out, we had to sign. We did the whole,
Contracts and all that.
Legally,
Yeah,
contractually.
yeah.
And were there any other acts on Thug City Records?
We were gonna do. It was supposed to be Flatline, but I'll tell you that story later on. But yeah, Flat was supposed to be on that too.
So Flatline wasn't a part of Four Corner Hustlers
he
officially.
wasn't in the
member or
group.
whatever,
He
in the
wasn't
group,
in. Technically, he wasn't in the group.
Okay.
But he was a very big
Honorable
part.
mention.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
an honorable member. He was.
Yeah,
He was the fifth Four Corner, and Tiny was the sixth Four Corner at that time.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Tiny was bled Four Corners.
So who were the original four again?
It was Tulok, Ice, Daddy, that's Ernest, and myself. Yeah,
Okay, bet.
yeah. And then Tiny had been there since day one though.
Yeah.
Like he was like very vocal and instrumental on
Hell yeah.
how we
I
did
think,
everything else.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. Tiny was probably the walking billboard for Thug City Records, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
he
mean?
is.
Anytime you see, Tiny, he had the look. He had the piece and chain. He was repping, and you knew Thug City was in the building. So he was like y'all's, walking billboard, bro.
Him and
Rest in
Flat
peace to
had
Tiny.
got their first Thug City charms, and then I don't know what happened to Flats, but I know Tiny's was stolen. They had broken into his house and stole all his shit. And, yeah. So somebody out there had a Thug City charm. I don't know. If y'all have it, give it back. I want it. It's not too late. We won't say nothing about it.
Ask no questions.
No questions or nothing.
Wow, that's some whole ass shit right there, dog.
Tiny always had luck like that, man. I kind of said they hated him too much, man. He had a lot of hate, but yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Celebrity impression that you ran across?
I mean, Kevin Gates. When I recorded with him, when we did a song, I don't know. He's
a little bit weird.
He was
right?
weird
He's
though,
weird,
man.
bro.
I mean, he was cool. Don't get me wrong. He was
weird.
cool, but check this out. So when we're recording for at that time, right then at that moment, we're recording Young Zone's. Shout out to Young Zone.
Shout out Young Zone.
We were doing his song that he had did with him, right? Because he got a verse and a hook, and Flat got a verse. So it was Zone's first. So right before he started, it's summertime. I want to say summertime. Hot as fuck. And I had my studio outside in the garage, but no AC. This shit was like hot. The only AC was pointed at me. And then no, you know what? I'm lying because we had another big one in the back. We had two of them because I knew they were coming. So I got extra not ACs, fans. I got them so.
Trying to make them comfortable.
Yeah, so it won't be too fucking ghetto, you know what I mean? But when he came in, he was cool. He had a black fucking sweatshirt on. He was cool. And all of a sudden, he just like, he was doing this thing. He was like, I was like, you ready? He's like, yeah. He just looked at me and he like dead in my eyes. He goes, let's do this. And I said, all right. I said, okay. And it was crazy. Like he told everybody, turn off all the fans. Turn off all the fans. So everybody's like, what? It was hot. And everybody's there sweating. He said, close that door. So he closed the door. So now it's even more like...
It's all thick and humid as fuck in that moment.
Hot as fuck. And he ends up going in there and knocks out a banger. That Zone song was fucking fire. You know what I mean? Like that shit was hot. And then he did, after that, he did that and then he did a video. And then we did Flat's verse. Then he did Flat verse. That verse was dope too. And then he was listening to some beats, and I was trying to get, hey, we'll jump in there. He's like, nah, man, I can't be doing that. He's like, just send me the beats. I was like, all right. Yeah. I was trying to get him to throw a little
one on the sleeve.
Yeah, throw a little freebie. You know what I mean?
So let's kind of shift over. Let's talk about the relationship and the business that you did with Flatline as far as music goes. Where did that kind of take off as well, or is that always side by side with Four Corner?
Okay, so when we were like in the middle of our first tour or the second tour. No, I think it was the first tour with Dope House. We were already already a part of the tour.
Yeah.
Like since we weren't Dope House Records, we had to open up for Dope House Records. So we opened up for like Juan Gotti and Grimm and all them. But at that time, I mean, shit, that was an honor too. Even now, I don't have no regrets because they were fucking, bro. Them shows were lit.
So were those SPM shows?
Yeah, they were SPM shows. So we were on that tour, and that tour we didn't pay. Like we didn't have to pay to get on that show. They just said, take care of your own shit. You got your booth. You do what you do, and that's it. And so we would go set up a booth, make money or whatever. You know what I mean?
Give y'all the platform. It's up to y'all to make the bread. Yeah.
So just give us in that show. You know what I mean? Those shows were big.
Yeah, hell yeah. At that time, that was the highlight of SPM's.
Did y'all have the album out already?
No.
No. Oh man. Man.
Bro, it was the first.
I got questions.
It was the first year, the first tour we were on of theirs, and we had no album yet. We were working on the album while we were doing that. So every chance we got when we weren't there, we were coming to San Antonio. We didn't record in Corpus.
That was one of my questions too, but I didn't want to interrupt like the process of recording that first album.
We were recording. We were recording with Sammy and at Happy Alone
downtown, right?
No, they had moved to Sammy's house.
Oh, okay.
So they had the big board and all that, so we were recording there, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't sound like us. Like like we knew something was up, and that's when I had a talk with Robert, and
As far as the quality, you mean?
yeah, no, not the quality was good. It was just the sound. We were using the ARS-10 or I don't know I forgot what it was.
It was an MPC
AS-10.
though?
It was like a sampling keyboard.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it was called, but we had to sample the songs and make the songs right there and then put them in there. So it was kind of weird, like when we were doing that. But all the songs came out cool, like that. I got a copy of it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But they were coming out cool, but it just didn't sound like us. It sounded real gloomy and like it didn't sound like us. Like, you know, we were supposed to be hype and all this and crunk. And Robert told me, he said, what do we need to sound big? Like, what do we need to sound like Dope House and everybody else?
really?
Yeah. Like on the next level. And I told him, we need a Triton Korg. Because that's what Sammy had told me.
Yeah,
Sammy
Triton
and
at
them,
the
they had
time, I
told me,
remember. Trinities and Tritons.
this is the biggest keyboard was the Triton.
Yeah.
It's the main one, and it was like a lot. I don't know,
Yeah, there were a lot.
3,000 or something. I
There
don't
were a
know
lot
what
at
it was,
that
but we talked to Robert, and I was telling Bob like you know that's what's gonna get us there. And he said, you think we'll make it'll be good. We'll make a good album. And I said, hell yeah. And I hadn't even known. I had never even
Touched
played it.
one,
Yeah. So he said, okay, let's come to San Antonio. Went to Hermes, checked it out, and played on it. And
That
I
shit
was
sounded
like,
player.
bro, that was the turning point. That right there, him doing that turned the whole game around for us because
Yeah, I believe it.
now we're able to create a sound that nobody in corporate was doing.
And where y'all set that up at?
In the Boom Boom at where I was staying. It was
really?
my old grandfather's house, and he after he passed, we started like doing all
But that was what was called the legendary Boom Boom Room.
yeah. So we would be there. Yeah, we would be there, and so we brought it back, and I just started learning. I didn't know how to work it.
Yeah.
So I'm there the first night, and I'm trying to figure it out, and Tiny's reading me the book, the manual. And we're trying, okay, go like this, and we're doing it. And I finally get a hold of it. I made the first beat, and it was like the horrible. And it was just bad, you know what I mean? And then we went, at that time, I started making beats. I started doing better and better and better. And then I started, okay, eventually we made Thugs in the Club, Southside, Where You At? We made a lot of the songs that were on the album, on that one. What is that one? Oh, yeah, that's the fourth one. Yeah, we did like Friend Turn Foe, all these other songs. No, yeah, I had a couple of those. did about 3 songs, and then at that
So
time...
some of these songs were recorded in Corpus and somewhere in San Antonio?
No. We recorded them all in San Antonio. The whole album was recorded in San Antonio. Okay. But what I'm saying is I made the beats.
Here in Corpus?
Like when I first got the...
already,
Yeah, when I first got the thing, I started making the beats. I made the beats on the Korg. And
how did the beat selection go for the album? Where y'all just flipping through the beats and they were like, "Hey, play that. I like that one," and then you just kind of vibe, or you already had them picked out? Like these are our beats.
most of the time, it was either Ice or Loke that would be with me, and we would be like, "Okay, yeah, done." But it was the way we made songs. Honestly, we'd have a party. We'd party. We'd tell people to come over, whatever. I'd pop out the keyboard and we'd start there and fucking Ice would start rapping, everybody start freestyling or whatever, and I would hear what Ice would say, oh yeah, that's a hook, and boom, boom, boom. And it wasn't like big parties. These weren't big parties. They were just little get-togethers, but that's how we did it. You know, get all fucked up and
create.
Yeah, get all fucked up and
that.
doing and we were doing it, but and then once we started learning how to make more songs and all that, and then later on during the album, I think 361 started, right? With Andy, rest in peace, Andy.
Yeah.
So Andy started his, and he had a Trinity, and this is one thing that it was like. Me and Tiny have never gone to their studio. We only went one. We never even gone. But they invited us to the studio, and we were already recording in San Antonio. Yeah. So they invite us, and we go, and I'm looking, and we're already like halfway, like we already recorded a couple of songs in San Antonio. And I saw, I don't know, remember the producer or who it was, but he was showing me on the Trinity, and he was like, they were making a beat, right? And he did this, and that. And the Trinity is pretty much, it's pretty much the same as the Trident.
Yeah, I remember the Trinity. Because that's what Dollar Bill was using back when I was watching Dollar Bill make beats.
Okay, so this dude was making a beat, and he hit a button, boom, and then it put the song in instead of doing loops, it put it in a sequence.
Yeah.
And I said, what did you, and then he played it, and I was like, how the fuck did you do that? I said, do that again. And then he was like, bam. He's like, no, it's just this button. You just press this button, and it does this and that. And I was like, I thought about it. Like, I was there. We had just got there 20 minutes. I told Tiny, I need to go home. He goes, why? I said, bro, I need to go home. I said, dude, if I think this is gonna do what I think it's gonna do, oh my gosh. I said, he just said, dude, that dude just fucked up, just showing me that. And we went to my house, and I took the keyboard out, and first thing I looked for was that button. So I made a real quick beat, and I pressed the button, and it put it on sequence, and I was like, ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It's
bro,
on now.
that was it.
So you telling me that before you were just rapping over loops?
I was making beats and loops. No, I would make a beat. I would make a beat like by loop, and it would have breakdowns and all that, but it was just by loop. It wasn't fucking. Yeah, it wasn't sequenced and where I would put my snare rolls and all that shit. So when he taught me that, and it would show me how to do it in sequence instead of loops, and that just saved a lot of time.
Yeah.
So now my workflow was it. That's what created the SMOKEBEATZ sound at that time, you know?
Yeah.
That's what created that.
On a Trident.
On a fucking Trident.
That's crazy. But I remember that, man. I remember that day, those days of the Trident. And there was something about the sound of the Trident and the Trinity that was just like super clear. Like it was just crisp, dog. As far as
I think you were asking, not to cut you off, but I think you were asking me about Flatline.
That's right. How did it kind of extend over into?
We got sidetracked and all that.
Yeah,
Come on, I don't start fucking just talking about shit. Okay, so we're in the height of the tour. We're on the first tour. Flat gets out of jail, and we were already almost done with the album. We were at the last song or the last two songs, and we're at the last two songs, and fucking Flat gets out of jail. This is how we did it. This is how I remember it. People remember him getting out different, but I remember him getting out. I think the next day we meet up at Hooters. We're all talking about doing shit and this and that, and then we told Flat, hey, we're going to San Antonio tomorrow. You want to go with us? So this is Wednesday. Right? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. So Wednesday, he's like, yeah, y'all gonna go record? Da-da-da. I want to go check it out. We're all right. Come on. So he goes with us, San Antonio, right? So we'll go to San Antonio. We go to Bob's house. That's where we would go and start writing and do the songs or whatever. So we went to Bob's house, got ready. The next day we went and we recorded. We started recording. So we get him on the song. So we told him, hey, you want to get on this song? So I think it's I can't even remember right now.
I was about to ask you what song it was. All right.
I don't know. It's on the album. I'll get it. It is Triple Bean Dreams. He's on that one, I think. I don't know. Yeah, going on. What is he on?
Yeah, Triple Beam Dreams, number 11.
Yeah, he's on that one. We get him on that one, but he got on
number 8, Let Me Live My Life.
Yeah, Let Me Live My Life. That was the first song we got him on. And he did both of those songs. We did 2 songs that night. So that's Thursday night. And then Friday, we get up. I forgot what the fuck we went to go do. I want to say we picked up DJ Kane, took him back to the studio, recorded Marijuana, and then right after that, they said, "Hey, y'all need to hurry up and get on to the show." There was a show here with Dope House, and Bert's calling us like, "Hurry up! Y'all need to hurry up! Y'all in San Antonio." So we haul ass from San Antonio to Corpus to get to the Yellow Rose, and I'm telling you, no lie, no shit. We pull up. As soon as we pull up, we all jump off. They're in the back. They already have our microphones. They're giving us our microphone while we're walking in. Our intro is playing. Our intro was playing, and they had a dope house like where you would come out of. And we came out, and we're all, come on, Flat, boom, boom, boom. We came out, and that bitch was like, wow, that shit just went crazy. And I could see Flat like, oh, fuck, like, what the fuck are y'all doing? We just did our shows. They're singing Chop Chop. They're singing Thugs in the Club. They're singing our song.
Yeah,
Flat's all like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what the fuck did y'all do while I was out? Like, he had heard about us.
Yeah,
he had heard what we were doing. But
that crowd is a different story.
Yeah,
I've been in front of that crowd when it was Hypno, and that shit is. There's a lot of people you can fit in that motherfucker.
Yeah, and it was just so like. It was just like magic. He was done. He was ready. I want to work on my album. I want to work on this. Oh man, he was ready.
He caught the bug right then and there.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, and that was the birth of him being a part of the Four Corner Hustlers and him being a part of Thug City Records at that time.
Talk about some of the features y'all had on that motherfucker shit.
Yeah, let's check it out. Y'all had
like, you remember getting these features? How you got them? Like,
one question I always wanted to ask. Whatever happened to the dude Calvin?
Was that the dude singing?
Yeah, that was the dude who's singing the hook.
Calvin still sings every once in a while, but he don't sing no more. He's in
the church or something?
Calvin, I know if you're listening, I'm sorry. I don't know exactly what you do. I think he's a cop, or he's some kind of like gun guy.
Oh, okay.
He's like an instructor or something like that. He does something with guns.
Okay.
But he did a song for my cousin Ernest, E.B. Realist. That's his new name right now. But he did a new song that we haven't put that one out, but man, he kills it. Still, after all these years, Calvin kills it. He does great on that song. That song's already pretty much done. We need to put that one out. But, okay, so Calvin is still around. He's not really doing much, but I'll tell you on this album, that's the City of No Pity.
And I see Baby Beach. That's what Baby Bash used to go by?
Yeah, and he had just got signed.
Okay.
So we couldn't put Baby Bash. We had to put Baby Beach. And Bash just came in and heard that song, the Na-Na.
Yeah.
Because he came in and he said, all right, what are we going to work on, da-da-da. And I put on that beat and he had did it. And you know what's really fucked up is that I made that beat for Flat. And Flat was there when I made the beat, and he was all crunk, and oh yeah, duh, I love that beat. he was crunk. And the next or a couple of days later, I played it for Bash. I didn't think Bash was gonna like that one. That's a hard ass fucking beat. You know what I mean? And he fucking fell in love with it. He already had the hook and everything in his head.
And Tommy G's on that song.
Yeah, and then Tommy came in, and Tommy's great. I love Tommy, man. He's good.
I like that song that he did with Dap.
Oh yeah,
they did the remix.
Yeah. Oh shit, he killed that shit.
That was tight, dog. That back to the hotel remix.
Graham on that motherfucker too. Shit.
Yeah,
that's a legend right there.
So all those features we kind of did in pieces. Like we figured out, okay, we have to figure out how do we get lucky. We got lucky.
Y'all didn't just have a fucking $50,000 budget to just go get features like that type shit.
No, we did them like either summer.
So are these like Are these like bartering verses?
Yeah. Okay, so look, I'll tell you the South
give
Park.
me a verse for mine. I'll give you a verse for yours.
I'll tell you the South Park. And nobody incorporated that South Park, and that was our biggest thing. Was like get South Park. I kind of already knew him. I worked at Dope House for like 4 weeks, a month, and I got in good with him, so kind of knew him. So one day we were there, and he was recording. I forgot what song he was recording at Digital Services. It was in Houston, a big studio that we used for a couple of sessions, a couple of songs, and we mastered our first album there anyway. So we went to that studio and we got high. It was me and Tiny. We got high with them, man, and we would smoke Reggie at that time. The good Reggie, but he had the hydro at that time, and man, that shit I couldn't even feel my teeth. Anyway, we're in his Benz, and we're there and we're chilling, and I'm sitting in the front, Tiny's in the back, and he's driving. And we're just driving around. I don't know why the fuck we're driving around. We're driving around with them, and we're just smoking that shit. And I don't want to push out and be like, I can't smoke no more. I'm just smoking with them, like, dude, I can't feel my teeth. I'm fucking about to fucking go crazy. My head's fucking spinning, just shit like that. And I just said, fuck it. I said, hey, I put on a beat, and he had heard it. It was I want to remix one of his beats, and he was like, yeah, he's like, man, I love it. He's like, I'll go ahead and he's like, I want this one. I said, all right. I said, hey, he's like, what do you want for it? And I said, I want a verse. And he goes, what do you want? What kind of verse do you want? And I said, I want a 16 bar and 8 bar. He goes,
That boy got specific.
he goes, my 16 bars verses are going for 16,000 right now. I said, wow.
That's not bad. That's a lot at that time, but that's not bad.
You were independent. That's fucking. That's our whole budget for the label.
Dude, my fucking.
Yeah, but at that time, is his prime SPM? Like,
Yeah, this is
that's a good price. I mean, it's high at that time.
This is before he got signed, but right when he was like fucking the period.
So that's probably the
that
equivalency to.
Yeah, he was big time already.
To
yeah,
20, 30 bands for someone about to pop now. I guess.
Yeah, he was big time already, and so. But my mouth dropped, my stomach was like, oh shit. I was like 16,000. I was like, forget it. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, all right. And he was like, and then he said, I'll do it for 8. And then I was like, damn, that's still a lot. And I was like, all right, well, let me see what he said, you know what? He goes, look, Smoke. He goes, you give me 10 beats and this one right here, and I'll do the feature for you. And I said, shit, all right. Okay.
Damn,
so
okay.
Tiny, I was working with them, and Tiny and them, they had taken off. They had went back to Corpus, and I was like, okay, so I went on the quest. I made him his 10 beats like within a couple of days or whatever. He picked them all out.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. Did you just feed him 10?
I made 20, 30 beats before he picked out the 10.
Okay, that's
what I mean?
Yeah,
he picked out the 10. And then from that date, took us like about 4 months to get that fucking feature.
Okay.
Hey, he called me. Well, they called me and told me, hey, he's ready to do it, so come on down. So we would come to Houston and wait and know nothing.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
How many times?
Twice. We did that twice. The second time.
What do you mean? Like they just had you waiting around in a hotel room?
Yeah, and then he would have to go do something else or whatever. You know what I mean? He got tied up, and it was just like, fuck. I was already giving up hope on the second time because he did that second time, and then that was Bert. Bert was telling us, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know he had to go do this." Then we're like, fuck. Like, all right. The third time he called and he said, "If you want the verse, meet me at the Dope House at 8:00." All right. And then we're like, at night? No, in the morning. We're like, fuck, all right. So we get there at 8 in the morning. They're fucking working. They're in the studio working already. They was already.
They hadn't been asleep.
Yeah, Fileto and the other guys, they were working. Oh, no, not Fileto. Streets on Beats. I forgot what his name was called. I'll get in a little bit. But his engineer at the time, Payne and all them, they were there. They were ready to go. So he gets in, dude, I shit you not, 5 minutes. Bro, he does his verse, bump on, he's I'm ready, and we're like, I looked at Tiny and I was like, what do you mean he's ready? He's like, yeah, he's ready. I was like, what the fuck? So they fucking, he goes in, drops his verse, bam, done. And then he's, all right, guys, y'all got yourselves a hit, bum, bum, bum. See y'all later, boom, he was gone. 30 minutes, we were there 30 minutes.
What song was that, bro?
That's Marijuana.
Oh, okay, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was for the verse for Marijuana.
No shit. So you had to wait that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy
4
to hear
months
the
to get
creation
that.
of
And
Did that hold up the project?
no. We were working on it already because we took about a year to do that album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was back then when we were working the album. That's why it did good. Like we were working the album for a whole year and a half. We were working that album from 98, 99. From 98, 99, all the way to 2001.
Yeah.
When did it come out? 2002. Came out 2002. So we did all that. We were working those songs. And then when we got the poster, we had Pen and Pixel.
I was going to
That shit
ask you
just-
that. I always wanted to
Bro.
know that.
Bro, that
Okay.
shit-
So this man just said Pen and Pixel.
we did.
So explain real quick who those guys were at this time.
At that time, they were doing all the covers for like Master P, all the Cash Money. Chris Rock had a cover.
He just got brought up again recently because of the Cash Money No Limit.
Yeah,
verses.
yeah.
So they were like, yeah, you got to give love to Pen and Pixel because he did all
Yeah. So Robert made it a point. Rob, that's one thing about Bob. He always,
top of the line
he
shit.
always wanted us to do good. You know what I mean? No matter what, he always wanted it to be. He didn't want people to look at us like a local rap group. So we were on a different level. You know, we wanted to be. If we're on this tour with like Bash and South Park at that time,
Dope
when
House.
they're
Just basically the whole
yeah,
Dope
with
House
the Dope
family.
House,
Yeah.
We couldn't look like we were just you know.
We got to look just as good
Some
as them.
Corpus kids, you know what I
Just
mean?
local dudes on there.
Yeah.
Nah, we had to look like we were on their level, or if not, we were on their ass.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? So
Yeah, and y'all did, man, because at that time, I remember, because at this particular time, of course, there's no such thing as, streaming. I don't even know if
Yeah.
AOL was around at this time.
not yet. Yeah.
So we're watching, we're going to Craig's Music Factory. We're going to, what's the other one? We're going like to the Sam Goody's or Disc Jockey, whatever they were at the time. And we're seeing these
Disco
posters.
Round? Disco
We're
Round?
seeing these posters. We're seeing these
Nah, them motherfuckers was just for
CDs.
sale in Disc Jockey.
Yeah,
like,
we
you
were-
able
We're
to go to
seeing
Best
these
Buy
CDs.
and buy
We're
that
seeing
CD.
the CD
Yeah.
next to fucking Pac and shit. You know what I mean? Next to
Yeah.
We're in
mainstream artists. So this shit
was
is
that
like,
other one that was in NYE or something like that?
FYE. Disc Jockey, it turned into FYE.
Okay, so
yeah.
FYE was it was there in the mall.
Exactly.
We were in the mall. Our-
As soon as
Sam-
you walk in,
Sam
the main
Goody
entrance,
and all
right?
that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
so at that time, y'all were the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At that
when
particular
we
time.
did
Y'all
our
go through-
album.
Did y'all go through Southwest?
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Because
Is that Southwest Wholesale?
yeah, so we went and Bert got us in with Southwest Wholesale.
And at this
And-
particular time, are they like the main distribution hub
they're-
for independent music?
They're independent and major
Regional?
labels.
Oh, okay.
They would
major.
distribute for Universal and
Hell
Capitol
yeah.
and all
Okay.
that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They would get it out to their people.
Yep.
They were huge. Well, when that came out with the digital services, with the Southwest, we got our album on there. Our first week we did 10,000 CDs, or right under like 9,998 ers. It was like right under 10,000. We were flipping out like, what the fuck? Like we sold pretty much 10,000
Yeah.
CDs the first week. You know,
Wow.
Corpus, we sold like, I want to say like 2,000 maybe, or 1,900.
Did y'all pay to press up y'all CDs or Robert did?
Well, they once you do it on there, they put it on like they press it
Consignment
up.
deal? It's like a
But they
consignment-
said that y'all press up like 10,000 copies and give some to Robert, or did y'all take the project to Robert and Robert pressed up the project for y'all, if you recall?
Well, Robert was the label, so he
Basically, you know what I'm saying?
he handled all the business. So
Already.
he had.
No, I'm talking about from Southwest Wholesale.
Oh,
because that's Robert,
yeah.
Robert from Southwest
Yeah, I
Wholesale.
forgot, yeah.
So did Robert from Southwest Wholesale press it up for y'all, or
Yeah.
did y'all? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
So y'all just took him the project complete, and he dealt with the duplication
Yeah,
and all that.
Live.
him and our Robert got
Already.
together and they did the deal or whatever
Already.
with Bert. Bert's the one that got us in there and all that.
Already.
But so the album was doing great. We're in Denver. Our fucking albums in the stores over there. You know what I mean? In the mall.
Denver.
Everywhere we went, St. Louis, they're in there. Everywhere we were at, Missouri, everywhere we were going, Idaho, whatever the fuck we were
Yeah.
at, Arizona, just different places. Our fucking CD was there.
So let
You
me
know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. So at this time, for marketing purposes or promotional purposes, period, what are y'all standing on at this time? What are y'all utilizing? What is it? Just y'all have the videos that y'all put on the public access, and what else?
Well,
Is
we
it
had
just-
that, but our thing was that we were on tour. We're doing shows and we have the posters. We're giving out posters.
Are y'all going to radio stations?
Yeah,
and stuff
we're
like
going
that?
to radio stations. Whenever somebody else would go to radio station, we'll go.
Okay.
Or
Y'all following Carlos says
yeah,
So-
yeah, we
already.
jump in their little.
So
little-
basically, the footwork.
yeah, we did
100%
the
footwork.
Footwork, yeah.
Hanging
Okay.
up posters in every fucking little town and shit.
We were like I said, in Corpus we sold like almost 2,000, but in San Antonio we sold like 3,800. We were
Okay.
from San Antonio. That it's crazy. We were from Corpus, repping Corpus all over our songs, but San Antonio accepted us with all their heart. I mean, I still have a lot of love for San Antonio. Every time I go,
Yeah.
I just like, dude, it was
Yeah, no,
beautiful. San
I'm
Antonio
gonna be
has always
honest
been
with you.
great with us.
Because that's what I thought. I thought when I first heard Four Corner Hustlers and now we were first introduced, I thought y'all were from San Antonio.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
We even people from San Antonio thought we were set for San Antonio.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Corpus, you know, on the whole album, you know.
So
What
that
happened with the distribution deal?
Okay, so everything's going great and everything, and then it's about the 4th month, and we're right when we're about to get paid. And I'm telling you, we should have got a really good paycheck. We were all destined to get something really good. Everybody was excited, and they fucking went bankrupt.
Yep.
holy shit, they went bankrupt.
And we didn't have artist protection insurance because we weren't told to get it. You know what I mean? We didn't know about that. You know, Rob didn't have no idea about that. We didn't know about that. You know what I mean? So all these other labels like Universal,
and shit like
and all them, they got their money back or they were saved because they had the protection. Yeah. So us as independent, we didn't have that. All the independents. So it wasn't
all
just
those
us.
Houston independent labels are no longer
Yeah,
around.
it wasn't.
Shit.
It wasn't just us. It
Like
was
Beltway 8 and
Rec Shop, and,
Rec
you know
Shop
what I'm saying?
and-
Like Chavis Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Big Pokey's label, all them type of labels.
Yeah.
Jam Down.
Jam
You
Down.
know what I'm saying? Like they all
Jam
went
Down
down.
was
'cause-
big back then too.
Wow.
I've seen Jay Prince. That's another
Yeah,
one.
Rap a lot.
Throw it out
They
there,
kind of
you
stayed
know, he
afloat,
was
but
cool.
they just ain't as big. You know what I'm saying? But shit, all them independents down there, like if they didn't have a major record label deal, shit, they all went down.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Real quick, that whole distribution going down, I think that killed a lot of our momentum. It killed us because we were like, that's what we were working for. You know what I mean? And it killed the momentum. And it took us a while to recover, like to get back into the studio, to get back to start recording. It took us a while. Like we just, I don't know. You work real hard, and then
It's discouraging.
it was
discouraging, especially at that time because a lot of what y'all are doing, as far as business moves, is you're freestyling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's uncharted territory to you at that point.
And luckily, Flat was about to sign with. He was about to get his album in Southwest Wholesale.
Okay.
So his shit would have been fucked off too. So he's lucky he didn't go. He's lucky that I don't know how that went down with the management of Thug City, but as far as with Flat putting it in, something was delayed.
Okay.
Something delayed his project from coming out when it was supposed to. So we had to push it back. Okay. And luckily he didn't because he would have lost everything. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? All his album and all that. So luckily it got pushed later on and he was able to come out with the first album.
Is this
Dead Man Walking.
Is this the same time around the time that the Selecto hits was around or something like that?
After that was Selecto.
Okay, after
Selecto was around during Southwest, but Southwest was just killing Selecto.
Yeah, they were like the smaller
number 2
company,
and number 3 and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, did that leave y'all to have to turn to Selecto hits after that? Or?
Yeah, I believe we got our second album on Selecto.
Okay.
I don't think we did the first album until later.
So did y'all redistribute that first album?
Well,
or did y'all let it?
I think at that time Robert was just like, fuck it, like he went and got another 5,000 CDs and we just hit the streets again. You know
independently,
Yeah.
y'all just footwork. Y'all didn't,
Bro.
because y'all kicked the door open at that point, so y'all could sell a motherfucking CD.
We didn't have no problems. Like, dude, even when I met my wife, shout out, babe. When I met her, she would go with us. She had a van, and we would, hey, let's go sell CDs. And we would go and stop at the stores, and hey, we got the CD,
licks,
check it out,
bro,
boom, boom. Yeah, make $100 a night real quick.
Because at that time, that was the thing to do was pop trunk and get out there. I remember the H-Town rappers were coming and stanging the shit out of Corpus, man. They was popping trunk at Stripes, popping trunk at every parking lot. You couldn't come out the mall with out of H-Town dude that you ain't never heard of attacking you.
Well, that was us. That was us. We did that a lot. But the thing was we had a fucking professional packaged item. So it wasn't that hard compared to having like a CD and you just write your name on it or something like that where they might buy it but they're gonna look at it a couple of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ours was just select, really nice.
Yeah,
People already
for
heard,
sure.
oh yeah, I like that. And they would put it on and jam it and, hey, give me your autograph. Boom.
So let me ask you a question. In your heart of hearts, what if y'all had the internet back then? What if the internet was around back then? What if y'all had YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know if we would have had the. I don't know if the scene wouldn't have been the same. It couldn't have.
Yeah.
See, the thing about art when we came out, at the time we came out, was people were
outside.
Yeah, people were outside. People loved to go to shows.
You had to go outside.
So they paid to go to shows and
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So
if they could be lazy and get it at home, they wouldn't go to the show.
Okay, you seen those? We've done shows where people nowadays. I go to shows and I see the crowd and they're just like looking at the artist.
Yeah,
you know, and it's rarely, not to be, but it rarely happened to us because when we were doing it, they were loving everything that we were doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was a great time to back then. You'd go do a show and they'd sing songs with you. Yeah. They would jump around. They would have fun. They would be partying with you.
The quality of live music was pure or more potent back then.
It was just you could feel the excitement in the air. You know what I mean?
Nah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
So when we did that, when we would do those shows, that's what helped us grow. And then when we would do this, is what we would do. This is how we do another promotion. Is we go to the club, we'd go to San Antonio, we record about 3 or 4 songs. And then, or 2 or 3, and then come back home, go next day, go to the clubs, and party out. Everybody party, and then we would tell everybody come to our house. So we'd come to the Boom Boom, and have a big ass party. And while we're there, we'd put our songs and see what everybody's talking about. Yeah. Even if it was a slow song, we'd put that bitch on, and people would be jamming all the time. People that would learn our songs at our parties. So whenever they would go to the shows on their own, they would sing our songs, and other people would catch on. Yeah. And
that's a good way to do it. And honestly, when I first got into music, I kind of used to do that too. But it's a good way to kind of introduce your people to what you're working on, and then they can kind of push for their favorite songs and be, hey, shoot a video to this one. Yeah. Hey, you need to shoot a video to that one. Type shit, and then you can kind of utilize that as to, how you're gonna, move your music.
That's the question I got. Before y'all move on to the next project or next question, the Chop Chop video, who shot it and how much did that motherfucker cost?
We shot it with it was a guy named Carlos Trevino in Houston. He had I want to say it was called Fat Man Records. No, not Fat Man Records. My bad. Sorry about that. That's Orly. Sorry about that, Orly. Okay, so. It was fat something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but Carlos, he had my manager now, David Gaona and Joe Yayo. They were the 2 shooters from. They would shoot, and they were the production guys for the shooting, right?
Okay.
They were badass at that time. At that time, they were like high quality. These dudes were the. These dudes were the cream of the crop. Yeah. These dudes had the fucking, where the dude would sit down.
The little trolley
and all that shit. Yeah. So when they came to do the video, they had the treatment. They had everything ready. They were the ones setting it up, telling us everything to do, whatever, however to do it. You know what I mean? And we did it. We did the in front of the Boom Boom. That's where we're at. We're in front of the Boom Boom. And then we had a whole bunch of people come in for that. For the Chop Chop. And then we went to North Beach. We did a scene over there. We did swanging. That's what I tell David all the fucking time, man. We had swanging on the Harbor Bridge. We did that on Chop Chop, right? We made it. Nobody got in trouble or nothing. We made it. We did it all the way down Baldwin. And all the way down Morgan. All the way down Morgan, all the way to the house. So if you see on the Chop Chop video and we're kind of hanging out of the truck.
Yeah.
That's because we were just coming from that. He didn't use none of that, bro. None of that. He said it didn't fit the script. I was like, what the fuck? And he still owes me for that. I know he still owes us that one. But we had all the trucks and everything, the cars doing the fucking swinging on the bridge and all that. He didn't use that. And then we had these fucking motorcycle guys. I don't even know who the fuck they were. I think that one of them was Flat's cousin, if I'm not mistaken. But there was like 4 of them. and they're doing stunts, so they're recording them doing the stunts. Guess what? That shit's not in there either.
Oh, hell no.
All the shit that looked cool that would make the fucking people say, "Wow." He didn't use that, but I mean, he had the girls and he had that good concept, and yeah, we ended up doing that, and the video came out pretty good.
Did it cost a grip or what?
I'm pretty sure, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy, and then it is what it is today.
Thugs in the Club we did at where was
Tequila Boom.
That's what I was about to say.
It was damn, it's right on top of my head. The Hot Spot.
Oh,
remember
hot
that?
Was
spot.
that on Weber?
That was on Weber.
was on Weber.
Yeah, we did that on
Remember they had
Weber.
dollar drinks at that.
Yeah.
Bro,
Nader opened it. And Nader was he was our fucking backbone of the Corpus scene in the clubs because he knew everybody or he owned the club. You know what I mean? So he would let us perform whenever we would just be like, "Hey Nate, can we go do some Nader? Can we do like 2 songs?" And then he spoke in his accent and he would just tell us, "Okay, but you better do good. I don't want people fucking mad at me." And we would go and rip up the fucking Y2K, boom, it's right there,
Y2K.
Stars, boom. We would just be jamming. That's when Jimmy and Eli were bar backs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I met them. They were cool back then. But yeah, shout out guys.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we did it and there's a girl on the video. She's a white girl. And she's on the video and she looks like a metalhead. Well, she thought it was a heavy metal video casting. So she showed up and we're like, "No, it's not heavy metal." And she was like, "I'll stay." And she just stayed and we just, all right, let's go. We had a good time.
What the hell? That's crazy.
That's when Chingo was on the video too.
Was he?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
shit,
Chingo used to be with David and Joe and them, and they used to have their he was part of Big Chile. They were part of Big Chile Records later on. So they always hung out with Chingo. They were all like together when Chingo blew up. All that.
So all of y'all used to rub shoulders together, just
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit, okay.
Yeah. Then like going back to Tommy G and Bash and all them, like, I mean, they'd been in our places, you know what I mean? Bash knew my aunt, Bash knew all my family, you know what I mean?
shit, yeah.
Tommy G too, you know?
Ah,
He'd be at my house, like
That's
like,
crazy
yeah, that's
because
crazy.
I
In
remember
my aunt's house.
it's Tommy G and Ponchoville, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for lifestyle. Yeah.
So I remember
Nasty Girl.
Nasty Girl,
Yeah,
bro.
Nasty Girl.
Nasty Girl was a huge fucking record,
Like a
bro.
motherfucker.
At that time, I remember
a
these
motherfucker.
bitches. They was, I don't know why. They all wanted to be a
It's
nasty
still
girl.
big.
Like,
It's still
hell yeah,
big.
they all wanted to be a nasty girl.
It's
With
still
that goddamn
big.
record, dog. And I remember my homeboy had the CD and the whole 9 Salty Water Records, right?
Yeah.
And I remember we used to listen to that shit all the time. But then, you know, hearing stories like this, it's like, man, everybody was just kind of, you know, just coming up, just around about the same struggle, just like normal motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But the music.
Hell yeah, 'cause
The
they
music was so big,
At
bro.
that- yeah.
It put y'all on another level, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Because they
at this
went down
particular
on
time.
dope charges, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, that's
both
right.
of them, shit.
Both of them.
Yeah. Before
So
all
everybody
that,
was, you know what I'm saying?
well, like the thing is like it was kind of crazy because it was all cool, and then they had Salty Water had their thing beef with Dope House,
Oh shit.
so we were like fuck, like we're we
Felt
were
like
Dope
y'all in the
House,
middle of it?
we're on the tour, we're all that, but at the same time Tommy and Ponch were cool with us, so we were like cool with them too, but we tried not to get involved in that shit. That was their shit. That was a H-Town thing, you know what I mean? We're over here in Corpus, we're dealing with our stuff, and that was it, you know what I mean? But we were cool with all of them.
Shit, they got some people in the comments. Shout out to Nicole Flores. AB Da Vinci, what's up, dog? That boy said, tripped me out seeing that CD in FYE. Shout out to that boy, Joe Salazar.
Too Swift said so many memories back then. Worked on the album for 24 hours.
God damn.
No, he's talking about our third album. We did that album in 7 days. And it was like nonstop. I'm talking about, like, check this out. We had the...
Was there a deadline or?
Yeah.
Oh,
We had a
okay.
deadline.
And are y'all still under Thug City for the third
No,
one?
that was the third. That was our last album, but we were trying to get that deadline so it can get on distribution.
Oh, yeah,
Because
okay.
we had a window. You know what I mean? There was I forgot the distribution was, but it was that album, And that was when Tiny became a Four Corner Hustler.
So who's missing there?
That was Ernest. Ernest had quit after the he had quit after the first album, I want to say. I think, and then Tiny came in on the second album, the Double Up. That's where Tiny came in.
Oh, I remember that album.
Yeah.
Cover right there. I remember seeing that everywhere.
Yeah, that one was also in all the stores too, and all that Walmart, all that. Or no, that wasn't Walmart, but it was on the bigger stores. I know, right? That was crazy.
Wow, that's throw. And what's some of the? And Chico Bling's on there too. And at this time, Chico Bling's hot too, right?
Chico's already
he's
blowing
on fire
up.
at that time.
Juan Gotti was blowing up. Fade Dog was blowing up.
Fade Dog, I remember that fool's fucking voice was hella deep.
Hell yeah.
Fade Dog.
They were already all blowing up, so it was like, yeah.
Yeah,
We got to use Bash on that one. Yeah.
That's what's up.
But yeah, but Swift was talking about the third album where I'd wake up, Ice and this other my cousin's boyfriend at the time, he was helping recording. So Ice would already be in there. They would already just pick out songs or beats or whatever. And Ice would start working. I'd get in there and, okay, to do my part. We'd get Tiny to come do his part. And then I would call people. So while we're working on one song, there's people writing to another song. As soon as we finish this song, I have my runner. He would get the hard drive, send it to Swift. Swift start mixing it. So he's mixing it. So Swift would have to mix it and then send it back. I would have to listen to it. Okay, yeah. Or no, tell him fix this, boom, and then he would do it. And it was doing that. He would stay up. We would stay up too. Man, we were doing like, he's no lie, but probably 24-hour days sometimes.
So at that particular time, is Swift like the premier engineer for music coming out?
Yeah,
of the
he was
city?
coming up. He was definitely getting
constantly, I remember hearing his name all the time, bro.
Yeah, I would always
this
push
is like
him.
right before I even started rapping, or right when I started rapping. But I remember I would constantly hear his name all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would push him to you need a better sound. We need that sound. So he would buy plugins. He would buy the computer. He'd buy all that stuff. And man, his shit was. Sound. And now he has that sound. Now he has the actual board, the SSL board and all that. And that dude just done blew up.
Yeah.
Y'all need to talk to him when he gets here one day.
Right now, hell yeah.
Yeah, because that boy done. He went and did the Spanish market.
Yeah,
the Mexican
for sure.
regional, and he's a superstar.
Yeah.
He's a real deal superstar for Mexican regional fucking music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a.
So he's got all the plaques and shit like that now. He's got all his shit.
I want to say I think he's like 17 times platinum. Not even shit.
Just sitting behind.
No, homeboy. Damn. I got it. Okay, you know what, bro? Swift, if you're listening, I'm gonna do you justice. He just hit diamond status.
What project that's for, or what song that's for?
Let us know, Swift. You tuned in still.
That Mexican song with Lucky, the one that died, the one that got killed in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
I forgot his last name. What he
I know
went
who you're
by.
talking about. Yeah,
Lucky, Secan, Santa Fe Clan, and all them.
Yeah, Santa Fe Clan.
Por Mexico, I think that's what it's called.
That song is fucking badass.
Oh, that's the Mexican anthem, and he's part of that. He gets the status. He's diamond.
He engineered that song, or he put it together with?
He did something with the beat. I don't remember what he told me. He told me something like that.
You know what song he's talking about? You ever heard it? Who walked out to that song? Someone was fighting and walked out.
Canelo.
He did.
Yeah, I think Canelo came out there.
That song is big, bro. That's crazy. She said
they sing that at all the rallies too.
Yeah,
all the protests
sure,
and all that. They sing that damn song.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He said, let's see. Point said, when y'all getting Swift on, bro? Well, for one, he's a busy man, for sure. For two, I don't know if he's ever in town. If he's ever in town, he's probably working on something.
He's a busy motherfucker. Like I work with him a lot, like a lot.
When you got 16,000.
We have to pay that man for his time, you know what I mean? But Swift, hey, we'd love to have you on, man, so you can tell your story, dog.
If anything, he's usually here in December, like around Christmas.
Let's get our fruit cake recipe up.
I can make it happen, but you know what I mean?
Let's get some tamales
Hold
together.
on here. Hold on.
Let's get some tamales together, some pan de pollo, and some fruit cake.
Anybody tap in,
Not-
food business, feel free.
Not to pimp him out, but I'm gonna have to be his acting manager for this show. That's my brother right there, man. He's dope.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But anyways, gotta give the flowers to Swift.
So we're all scattered everywhere around here. We're on the whole time. So look, guys, if I'm saying shit and y'all remember shit a little bit different, because I know I'm saying it pretty
leave it in the
accurately.
comments.
But I know we're saying shit in different timelines, so.
No, we perfect on timeline. We actually like right like.
Nah, but we're good.
In my head, like how I know
we're jumping around.
We're jumping around.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah.
It's all good. I just kind
I don't
of.
know if you saw the comment, but Point was in there saying that he was there when you did that little thing on the machine.
On the
He
Triton?
said the trigger button on the Triton.
Oh yeah, he probably
he
was.
was.
I don't remember all the people that were there, but yeah. Shout out, Point. What's up?
Yeah.
You better call me, dude.
He said, "Is that DJ Hurricane Trey Brown?" That's also asking. No, that's DJ Lil King, and that's Freak Man in the background. Shout out to my boy Abel Dax. He said Chingo was the bartender.
Dax, what's up?
Dax, I'm trying to get Dax on the show, man. I already kind of put it in his ear. I talked to him about it, but I know he's anti-podcast.
Is he?
Nah, you know Dax. He's just super low key, man. Dax is a good dude. We get him on here.
Very humble, though.
He
Dude.
said it was lefty, not lucky.
Lefty down, fucking up, man.
He said it was lefty, not
Lefty,
lucky.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, I know who it is." Yeah, you see, we're all here all fucking up, butchering people's names.
Butchering people's names. Yeah, but other than that, okay, so we touched on a lot. One thing I did want to touch on, though, is for a period of time, you were pushing your son, Desi B. I want to know about Desi B's short-lived rap career and how that came about. Because at that particular time, I'm going to be real with you, it was kind of ahead of its time because there wasn't too many
when we first started, he
young
was. What's
kid
up, Adonis?
artists.
What's up, brother? I just seen. My bad.
Oh,
I just
Adonis,
seen him,
yeah.
Okay, so with Desi, he had my daughters were doing. I know it's both of my beautiful daughters. They were doing cheerleading at the time, I think, or
Okay.
something like that. And he had got the little ice. OE.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it's like a
I
cheer camp or cheer chant or something.
Oh, okay.
So he did that, and when he did that, I got him to record it, and then I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!" I put him on the beat, and then I got him to record it, and we did like a little verse. I wrote a little verse for him, had him record the verse, and
Okay,
I had
so
to
you
fix
said
it up.
had him record the verse. How? Because at this time he's what?
He's like me on this, like how I'm on this microphone. He's like, "Oe. I like that." He's just doing that shit like that. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
shit, okay.
I just record him, and then
How
you know
old
what?
is he?
He's 2.5.
Yeah,
He
he's-
was-
he-
he
he's
has-
but that's why he said I have him record the verse. I'm trying to figure out how you have this little kid record a verse.
Nah, he was like, he hadn't turned 3 yet. So we record the song. It's choppy. It's I had to fix him up, of course.
Yeah.
So I fix him up and he's there. So we did the song, and then my homeboy at that time, he told me, "Let me do a video for you." So I was like, "All right, cool, shit." He'd do it for $100. I was all right. So I did the video. He puts the video up on his YouTube.
Okay.
Bro, that video that night went 500 and something thousand views. It went viral.
What the fuck, bro?
That song went viral. I said, you know what? Let me make him a Facebook. So I made him a Facebook. The Facebook, he had like 10,000 within a week. He had 10,000 friends. So I was like, okay, well, shit, we'll do another song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we did another song, and then we did another song. And then by the time he turned 3. When he turned 3, he did his first show. And that was at South Park.
His fool said when he turned 3,
Yeah,
he
that
did
was
his
at
first show.
That was at South Park Middle School. Bro, I shit you not.
Wow.
Look, check this out. So we were walking in. It was me, him, and my cousin Paul, and we're walking into South Park. These kids treat him like fucking Britney Spears just walked in the building, bro. Like he could not. He was just dressed up. He had his gold. He had his chain. He had his glasses and everything. We put on the song, and he couldn't hear himself. He was just rapping, and they were just like all there, just so loud. And he just did one song. We came out. He signed some autographs. At that time, he didn't have a signature.
With a crayon,
he would just mark it or whatever. You know what I mean? And it was born. That was it. And we started doing more shows and more shows. And then by the time he was 4.5, he was already doing a lot of car shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
4.5 doing car shows.
Yeah, like big shows. Like there was one where it was
Heat Wave. Let me find out he was doing Heat Wave, bro.
oh yeah, but he did a baby bash one at Camargo Park. He did one at Camargo Park, and he had just turned 5. He had just turned 5, I think. And I told the guy over there, I said, "Hey, can my son come up there and perform?" And he was like, "What do you mean perform?" He's like, "How old is he?" I said, "He's 5." And he was like, I said, "He just turned 5." And he said, "No, you know what? I think he was 4. He was about 4 or 5 anyway." So I tell him, and he was like, "Nah, man." I said, "Look, if the crowd don't like him after one song, let him do 3 songs. The crowd don't like him after one song, you can bring him off. You can bring him off. I won't be mad. I won't talk shit." And he goes, "All right," and he let me do it. So we put it on. He's like, "Yeah, coming on stage, a little rapper, 3-year-old, 4-year-old Desi B," and he gets up there and blows him away.
Wow.
The whole fucking crowd just loved it. He played all 3 songs. And then he drove off in his little truck. No, that wasn't yet.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember. He would bring him in a little Escalade. Yeah, I remember seeing that at a festival one time.
Candy Gold Escalade. That's what the Liao brothers painted that
used to
one.
blow it.
Shout out Liao bro.
That fool used to blow it out the water, bro.
Yeah, and they had speakers and where he could watch TV on the fucking
screen
in dash.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time, dog. I remember that shit because I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like pushing for that shit. I'm like, man, that shit is fucking the shit, dog.
Yeah.
So did that kind of just fade away with age, or y'all just kind of stopped it, or how did that subside?
We had about when he was like gonna turn 6, we had offers, a couple of offers from different little record labels, and we had a Disney offer.
What the?
We had a Disney offer for not. It wasn't to sign him. It was to
develop.
It was a development deal, but he would have to do this kind of camp thing, and we had to pay for that. And that shit was like $80,000. I don't know.
Yeah, some stupid
so
shit.
I couldn't do it. I was like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able to do that shit. So he never got to get on there. You know what I mean? On that. He could have been like fucking Christina Aguilera and fucking what's his name?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber, all them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sing that song again,
But he wouldn't be able to put nothing out.
Yeah, because they own the rights to your artist name.
Nothing out until they were ready to release him. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's the bad thing about getting signed like that.
He quit. He didn't want to do it at. Damn, Desi, I don't remember. Maybe like 12, 13. Wait, he was in middle school. We did our last song. It was like a So Fleek song or something. We did a last song because Fleek was in style at that time. We did the last song and that was it. And he didn't want to do it no more. But he told me, he was like, "I don't want to do it no more." And I said, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, that's all right."
Yeah,
I didn't get mad at him. I didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody wanted me to beat Joe Jackson to him. You know what I mean? They wanted me to fucking, I would have done this. And I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
you can't be doing that.
I did not want, I did everything for the kids. You know what I mean? I did whatever I could for my son and my daughters. Like, I didn't want them to be like without us. You know what I mean? With him, me and his mom and their mom. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I didn't have that growing up, you know, a lot, you know, that love. So I wanted to be there as much as I could for him. So I didn't want him to be mad at me later on.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Like, you made me do this and no.
Yeah, for sure. I get that, dog. I get
shit.
that. Sometimes you just got to be a dad, bro. You know
Yeah, that's all I wanted to be. I was his dad first.
Yeah, sure.
And that was, if he wanted to stop, even like when he was like 9, he had kind of wanted to change. He wanted to grow his hair out more and he wanted to, you know, just do different type of songs, you know, more pop, and so we're like, okay, cool, we'll do that. But he loved it. I mean, he would go do shows and be like, Daddy, you being, man, you can look at it. Yeah, he loved that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he loved the
that's cool.
attention. But
What did you do with the Power Wheel?
we still got it. He's still his. Yes.
Bro, you gotta send us a picture of that shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's still there.
Damn.
He's not gonna let that go. So he still has the truck. And,
High throwback.
And how did Four Corner Hustlers kind of like disband?
it was gradual. We never really like.
Disbanded?
Yeah, we never said.
Just everybody started doing like solo?
Everybody started doing their own thing. Like, look, Ice did his. He wanted to do his solo artist, so he did his solo stuff. But he always rep. I still to the day, man. I still reps Four Corners. You know what I mean? He still holds it down. So you got to give him props for that. You know what I mean? But he still does chop and stuff like that because people still love it. People still know it. You know. And even the new kids, even the new generation, I heard a rendition of it, and we'll get into that later.
You heard a new rendition of Chop Chop?
Like, yeah, Ice did it with some other dude, and I was like,
oh, Ice did it with somebody.
Yeah, so
oh, okay,
I
so at
wasn't-
least one of the original members
yeah,
blessed.
yeah. So
Okay,
I wasn't really upset about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean that I was gonna say if it was somebody completely different, like it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Ice was on it, so I was like, you know, at least Ice was on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for us disbanding or anything, I mean, we did shows all the way up until 2012, 13, 14, around there. We still did shows, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did a comeback show, not a comeback show. It was Bash and I don't remember who else. Somebody in Bash and Desi opened up for that show, but they wanted us to do perform, and we were like, I don't know where Loco's at. I think Loco's gone. He was sitting somewhere, you know, for a little bit. So we went and did the show, and I remember, like, dude, this is all we're gonna do. We're gonna do Chop Chop, Marijuana. I mean, we're gonna do Marijuana and Chop Chop. That's what they wanted us to do. So we were like, all right. I was like, damn, you know, nobody's gonna want to do it. You know what I mean? So when we get there and they're all like, hey, come to the stage, come next to the stage, Four Corner Hustlers. The fucking crowd loved it. You know what I mean? They were fucking hyped.
Yeah.
So I said, Corpus Christi, make some fucking noise. And it's crowd. Fucking Marijuana starts, and we start doing the song, and people were singing word for word. And
I want to see it today.
I
I want
love-
to see one now. Shit.
Yeah.
and then we do Chop Chop, and they're singing that song. And so that's at probably about 10, 11, 12 around there.
So is that the show that you told us about where y'all shot straight from the SPM verse down here to Corpus and performed at the Yellow Rose? Is that one of the highlight shows, or do you have a better show that you would say is one of your highlight shows?
We did shows with like Master P, 30, 40,000 people. What? We did shows with of course the Dope House shows were always like 5,000 to 10,000 people, or unless they were at a smaller venue, they would be like anywhere from like 3,000 people, 2,000 people. You know what I mean? But we did big shows back then. We did. I mean, fuck, I don't even know. Like I said, the Juvenile, all that we done some big ass shows. But I think the one that got me, the one that choked me up, was in 2013 or 14. Do you remember when Akon and Bash performed at Bayfest? It was a time when Akon was on fire. Akon was blown up.
I think I remember that.
I think Bash had like a hit single from the movie. Oh yeah, Cyclone. Yes.
Yeah, Cyclone. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it's probably like 05 or something.
Yeah, it's around there. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back.
I remember being there. That was a dope ass show.
No, that's not 2005.
No.
Because Desi was.
Survivor is out at that time.
Akon came out in 2004.
So that's Soul Survivor, ain't it?
So yeah, so
Who was it?
Survivor
Locked
was.
Up, that's Mr. Lonely. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's on first album shit.
Yeah. And then we obviously still had Bayfest that we were getting.
It was when did they do the show here?
That was like one of the last years of
Not when they
Bayfest.
came out. It was when they did the show here. It was one of their biggest Bayfest shows that they had. It was 14,000 people.
That was like one of the last
That
ones.
might have been like Bayfest, like 2000, like
That was one of the last ones.
8 or 9.
Okay, somewhere around there. Because I know it
He
wasn't.
was still alive. Bro.
Yeah.
I got a picture at that concert. He was
Who
still alive.
performed?
Akon and
And Bash, yeah.
Cause I could have swore they came after Soulja Boy.
This is where the fucking
This
when
was.
they had it in front of the art center or whatever. The fuck
Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's when what's her name? Eminem had Paula Deanda. So Paula Deanda performed, right? And then after Paula Deanda was Natalie. Natalie performed. Well, this is what it is. We were at the Omni. We weren't on there. We weren't even supposed to play. And we ran into Charles Chavez. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that's big guy in the music guy. He's like Pitbull, Slim Thug, all the even he was with Bash, Chameleonaire, all them. You know what I mean? So he was the manager for all them. So we see him and we're talking, and Ice tells him, "Hey, can we get on Bayfest?" Because he's half of his people on there. So he's like, "You know what? I'll put y'all on." He's like, "Y'all got 2 songs right after Natalie." And Paula was supposed to perform after Natalie, but they switched it because we were going to go. So Paula ended up having to go before Natalie. And then and that was Ed Ocañas's girl. Yeah. So I don't know what was going on between them, but it wasn't our thing. But something happened, and they were upset about the whole lineup change. Well, we get up there, and I don't know who the guy was that announced this, but I was telling him, he gets up there, and he's all like, "Okay, welcome to the stage." And he looked back, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Welcome to us."
Real fast.
Nobody knew what the fuck he said. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck?
2009, bro.
2009, okay. Yep. So I was like, what the fuck? Like I was upset because nobody knew we were coming up. The first 2 seconds of Chop Chop come on, the fucking crowd goes crazy. It goes crazy. And I felt an energy. That's why I say this is my favorite show, because I felt an energy where my hand couldn't stop shaking. The mic was holding my hand and I could not stop shaking. I was just like what the fuck? And I'm doing Chop Chop and I'm choked up because all you see is flash. You know, remember back in the day, cameras.
Yeah, cameras.
All you see is flash. And it was like, I don't know, it was like Superstars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we went out there
sure.
and they sang every fucking word of the song. Every fucking word. And I wish I had a video of that, and I don't. We never had a video of that. But they sang every word for word. I was just going, cha, cha. They were just singing the Chop Chop, and I was just like, I was so choked up on that one. And when we got off, I was just like butterflies in my stomach. I was just like, wow, that was crazy. You know what I mean? We've done shows where they sing the songs and all that, but you're talking about 14 to 16,000 people or whatever they said. It's just, you just see a sea of people.
Shit, Bayfest, that's like 50,000.
Yeah,
Shit.
you hear all these people fucking singing your song.
Yeah.
And I was great. And I was like, wow, you know.
That has got to be one hell of a motherfucking feeling.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, that was probably
Real
the
talk.
best, the highlight of the shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's crazy. So you go from doing all of this, we're going to performing, we went through the touring, you're still a part of Four Corner, you're still working with them. Let's talk about the passing of your friends and what that how that affected you, and did it take any motivation out of you? Was there a decline in wanting to pursue music still, or how did that affect you?
With Flatline,
Yeah. And just in general, you know, you losing two of your founding.
I think
partners
for me, Flatline was really hard because it was quick and before that,
very unexpected.
Yeah, it was quick. And before that, Flat and I have always had like we wouldn't agree on everything all the time.
Yeah.
So we were like, you know, like brothers, like, you know, you fight with your brother all the time.
Yeah.
And we fought a lot, you know. So when at that time we hadn't fought, but he was taking a break from music at that time. So it was like he was on break from music, and then that shit happened. And I was like, dude, we didn't get to finish what we were supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had already a whole album already almost done, and we had like 2 albums, or like enough for 2 albums, but we had one already almost done, and he wasn't gonna be able to do it no more.
You still have that music?
Yeah, we're trying to get it back on. It's the Diary of a Hustler, the album. That's the one we have with Kevin Gates on there.
And that was the last. That was all the material.
No, we have another one. We're still tweaking and putting out. That's it. Once we put this out, that's it. No more.
But you plan on eventually putting it out?
Yeah, with this family and blessing and all that, I think they still will. Hopefully, you know what I mean, because I do think that his music does need to be heard. You know what I mean? Yeah. The way it was, and we're trying to keep it as the way he had it, kind of. You know what I mean? Not change too much of the songs, so that like to get to the new sound. You know what I mean, or whatever. You know what I mean?
The way they kind of did with Pac after Pac passed, they started.
Yeah, and it's like like
when beats and this and this. You know
when Pac passed, I think that's when I kind of started like pulling away, because a lot of those songs didn't sound like Tupac songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, not to be yeah. It just didn't sound like Tupac would rap on those beats. You know what I mean?
I get it. I feel you. So after that happens, you start branching off. You start doing other things in music. Can you talk about some of the other projects you worked on, whether there have been a different genre of music or anything you worked on in the latter, let's say 2015 on? Have you worked on anything recently that, I mean, not recently, but from 2015 on, as far as like...
From 2015 to 2018, I was doing a lot of like, I was doing just mainly just beats and recording and stuff like that. Okay. You know what I mean? But I was doing a lot. I was starting to get more out of town, out of state artists.
Spread your network.
You know what I mean? Yeah, instead of just here in Corpus.
Yeah, definitely.
And in 15, I actually wrote my first country song.
Yeah, let's touch on that real quick, because I did want to touch on that. You kind of have like an alter ego as an artist. It's Stoney Daniels, right?
Yeah, Stoney Daniels.
Stoney Daniels. So that's, and what is that? Is that like, explain that. Explain the Stoney Daniels.
So in 2015, I made a song, and I didn't want it to be a love song, so I made it about weed, right? About smoking weed and all. It's called Touch the Sky. Then.
That's the golf cart video?
Yeah. I did it with that's when we did it. When I finally recorded and all that, I did it with my brother-in-law's in there playing guitar, my brother-in-law Bobby. Shout out. And Tiny was in the video, my homeboy Nate. Shout out Nate. And was anybody else in there? I don't know. There was a girl, I don't know who she was, but yeah, we put that simple little video together, and that song did pretty good for a little bit. But the story behind Stoney Daniels was in 2016. That was 2015 when I made that. In 2016, I picked it up again, but I started smoking weed again. So I'm getting high, and I got a project. I haven't finished it yet because there's like 2 songs, and I kind of want to. I'm just gonna have to put them out the way they was, because if I want to keep it the way it was, the whole thing was do this album, and I'm gonna be fucking high every time I fucking do this. Every song I do,
I gotta be high.
I gotta be high. You know what I mean? Writing, recording, anything, I'm gotta be high.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that.
So in 2018, I had a medical thing going on, and I wasn't able to smoke no more. So after that, I kind of just put the Stoney Daniels away, and I didn't want to finish it. But I was listening to a couple of songs. I was like, damn, I'm gonna put this bitch out. You know what I mean? Like just put it out, just so that the world can hear it. I guess you know what I mean.
That's not just that. That's income that you just, you know what I'm saying? That you sit though, just upload that one of them streaming services. Shit, that's some revenue that you literally just sitting on.
Before, and it was in 2018 when we did the video and all that. Tiny told me, he had said, "Who did the mix on it?" And I said, "Swift did the mix." And he said, "Oh yeah, that's good." He said, "Sounds good. Sounds like a real country song." Da da da. And I said, "Yeah, because if I'd have mixed it, I'd have mixed it like a rap beat." You know what I mean? Because it's all live instruments. I have live drums, live guitars, live bass, live steel string guitars, everything. You know what I mean? On that album, on that EP.
That's tight.
So,
well, maybe you can get a country song verse from Loud.
So yeah,
I'll change my name to Girth Brooks today.
Touching on 2018, that's when Tiny passed. Tiny passed in 2018, but he got to hear all the songs that were coming out and got his blessing on mostly everything.
That's cool.
So,
Yeah, I liked it because I was like, okay, I see what he's doing, and it reminded me of some Weird Al shit. You remember Weird Al?
Yeah.
That shit was.
Why you fucking
Weird Al was the shit.
Compared me to Weird Al Yankovic.
Hey, I apologize, dog, but I really liked Weird Al and what he did, bro. I thought he was a fucking genius. Exactly, right? You know what I mean? Like, I used to love Weird Al, dog. I mean, I'm gonna be real, because I thought he was brilliant. There was nobody doing. He was in his own lane. He did his own thing. You know what I mean? He did his own entertainment.
He never capitalized off of it.
He, you know what I mean? It's like nobody's doing that type of comedian shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of. I thought about it because on the core I've thought about it because one of the songs that's always stuck in my head is that funny ass song from Sitting Fat Down South. Where he goes, I met her at a bar outside, little bar in Texas.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Shit, I used to jam that song a lot.
Crying, yeah.
Well,
Still a bitch in my book. This shit is funny. So I always wanted to do a song like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that shit. That shit's tight.
I've always had a love for country music too. And
me too, though. I love some 90s country.
Even back in the day, like when
I hate new country now.
Yeah, it's way different. So back then, I would have Ice come to he'd come to Boom Boom, would be there smoking and I'd be listening to fucking like Toby Keith or something, and then I'd be there breaking it down, see what he's talking about, listen to the melodies, listen to this. And I try to get him into it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I'm a 90s country head. I don't listen to nothing.
Yeah, 90s country was the best.
I want to hear some Randy Travis. I want to hear some fucking Reba McEntire. So I'm gonna start talking like this after I jump out of my truck. So we do the Stoney Daniels thing, and then you start directing and producing film and working in film.
Well, now.
Now.
Yeah.
So how the hell did you get from there to here? Because you got your hands in some film, and you've been doing some things with the film. So how did that turn out? How did that come about?
On 2022, I think, me and Sammy Gordo, remember Gordo? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we get together. We're talking about. We kept talking about doing a movie, mm-hmm. or doing something. You know what I mean, like that. And I had just got my iPhone 13 Pro. I still got it. I'm all late. So I got that, and I was like, you know what? We could record on my iPhone. He's like, all right. And then, so I wrote a movie. We got the movie. We did the storyline. We wrote that. We got all that, and I wrote the actual
treatment.
No, the script. Yeah. So we did that, and that was Chuckles, and we did it at a park late at night. Nobody even fucking with us, and it's like we're there, 2 in the morning. We're filming at fucking, I forgot what park it was. The Trails. So we do this movie, and John Bell was in the movie too. Shout out to John. And homeboy G-Flow, shout out to G-Flow. Roslyn, and I don't remember.
Roslyn, she's a hard worker behind the scenes, man. She be working for.
and fucking Pete
Everybody
was
on the
Chuckles.
projects helping out.
But so we wrote that and we did that in 5 days. We did that movie in 5 days and came out pretty cool. And we were like, you know what? We're gonna do another one.
Shot on the iPhone?
Yeah, shot on iPhone. And then so I got to direct that, and then
I don't think I saw the Chuckles one.
that's the
Me,
scary one.
I saw the
man.
clips, but I didn't get to see it.
I don't think I saw that one. I saw the one after
Oh,
Tubi and
too late
shit,
for
man.
promises.
the one to fight.
Yeah. Too late for promises. Okay, so that one was our next one. That's when Swift bought a red camera, a Komodo. Yeah. So yeah. So he was like, "Hey, you want to do something? Let's do something. Write something." So we get there and we do that movie like in 4 days or
How long
something
take you to
like
write
that.
the script?
24 hours, real quick. Yeah. I was fucking writing shit on my phone while we're doing the fucking movie. While I'm supposed to be directing. Oh yeah, do that. And I'm
True
like,
independent style.
yeah, and I'm fucking writing, trying to finish the next scene so that we're gonna go do. So it's just shit like that, you know. We were very, very, very unorganized. You know, what I mean?
Freestyle.
We're the
on that
freestyle
movie.
kings in here.
Yeah. And then so we put that one out. That one did pretty cool. It was a lot step
So,
better.
what's the
It was
name
a
of that
step
one?
up. That one's Too Late for Promises.
Too late for promises.
And that one was
Is
shot
that
with
one
the
on
red.
YouTube?
That one's on YouTube. Yeah.
Too late.
That's
for
in the-
promises.
in
Y'all
the-
go check out SMOKEBEATZ.
That's on the
short film.
A
Too
Badass
Late
Film Company
for
YouTube.
promises. The name of his film company is A Badass Film Company.
Yeah. So if you wanna go see the movies, go at A Badass Film Company, and you should get there. We got 2 movies, and then we got the kids that you're on.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
talk about that, baby.
So the kids, Swift came back. It was a year later. Swift comes back, and I was telling him, okay, we're ready. I got a script. I had a fucking full script ready to
Full
go.
script.
But it was a short film. It was like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. It was like 20 minutes. So I wrote it out so we can knock it out, you know. So he comes and it turns into a real movie set. Like we have the lights, we have the people. I have a fucking assistant. I have a
Boom mic and shit.
Yeah,
we have
boom mic. He has the
we
take
have
one.
the boom mics. We have all that. It's a full set now, actual set. So it's slower. It's a little slower, and it's you know, people were trying to get everybody organized. And on this movie, the kids, we got an ensemble. So we got 6 of the main actors at all times. Most of the scenes, everybody was together. And then we have the power actors are like the 2 detectives. And then we have
Shout out
John,
Jesse Sachs.
yeah, Jesse Sachs and Pete. And then we have Skinny, which is the main antagonist of the movie. Is that's him. That's John's part.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he's like the main bad guy.
I'm a sleazeball.
And then we have our new guys, Adam Hernandez.
Shout out to Adam, yeah.
Right, is it Hernandez?
I think
Yeah,
it's
Adam.
Hernandez.
He's gonna be all like fucking smoke. Okay, so Adam,
Shout out to
Adam
Adam.
comes in, and Adam's like a blessing for us at that time, especially because he knows about acting. You know what I mean? He knew acting.
Yeah, he's an actor.
And John, look, we have a meeting to get John, right? We have a meeting at a restaurant. We're eating chips or we're just drinking water. We're talking. And then he's just like, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down. And I was like, all right. So he leaves, and I told Gordo, I was like, he seemed excited. He was like, yeah, he sounded like he was excited. I said, okay, let's see if he does it. So first day we shooting, this motherfucker turns into a different guy. He turns into the actor. And as soon as I saw that, even Swift was like, oh yeah, this dude's good. We're like, bro, that shit just, his acting, and then Adam's acting as the main guy, one of the main guys. And then we have Alon. That dude was another dope.
Lonnie,
Alon, I never met him ever in my life.
Shout out Lonnie Tellermade Face.
Tell him what's up. So he comes in and he's pretty good. So I'm like, oh shit, like these are actual actors acting, you know what I mean? And then everybody else is just falling into place with them, you know what I mean? So it's an independent movie, yes. It's shot not like in a Hollywood setting or budget, but it's a pretty good story and it's a pretty good film. And the way it looks, we took a lot of time when Swift had to leave, so he shoots half the movie. He goes back to LA, and I asked Izzy and Mike C at that time, right?
OG Mike.
Yeah. So MC. My bad. So I'm gonna call him Mike because right now I that's how I know him. So Mike and Izzy, they come and they start helping us, right? And they're shooting, and it's like it's different from when we were with Swift because Swift kind of was already on, kind of knew what I would how I worked, so I didn't know how they worked, so we were just working, you know what I mean? And then Mike ended up getting a better camera, so to match up with the red,
Yeah.
and so we recorded on that, and it was everything went great. We had that that feel that it was a pretty cool movie, pretty good. You know what I mean? It's a really damn good movie. I'm gonna say that. You know what? Fuck it. It's a damn good movie.
That one's already out?
For what we did, yeah.
No, it's about to
No,
come
it
out.
hasn't come out yet. But this is what. So that's year one. We're there, and then Mike, he steps in and he's like, okay, you know what? I told him I need help color grading. I need help doing this and that. So we had another. My homeboy, my manager, he tried to do it, but something was off about the color grading. It wasn't that he was doing it wrong. It was just his player was different than ours, and so it looked different. And he was getting one way, and we had to change it all up. So Mike learned all the technical shit because he's a fucking whiz at all the fucking technical shit. So he teaches me first of all, he kind of like gives me an idea of how to edit movies, right? So I start doing editing, and we're there doing the shit. Once we get to color grading, that's when we tried David, and then we went and we had to do it again. When we did that, he figured out a way how to do it, how to match the red footage with the Sony footage, because you know they're different, you know. So he figured out that way, and till now, like you watch it, I know where the other camera's at. You know what I mean? I know where it's at, but you know, I show other people a little bit of it, and they're just like, oh yeah, it's just streamless. You know what I mean? I mean, somebody that knows filming, they're gonna know. Yeah. That's done on this and that's done on that. You know what I mean? But somebody that's just watching the movie for the movie, that they're gonna do it. And then Mike C, yeah. Yeah, Lil S. Yeah, Izzy. Lil S. Yeah, shout out to Lil S too. Yeah. So we were done with that part, and Swift was always Swift does movies too, so he's done like a whole bunch of movies too. So he does a lot of the Foley and the music stuff and the scores, the not the score. Well, he's done scores too, but he does mainly the Foley and the mixing for the movies, for these movies that he's done. So I'm talking to him, and I get him to do it because he had already did the other movie, so he was already on board. Kind of like he was already gonna do it, no matter if he didn't want to or not. He was gonna, he's gonna do this fucking. Yeah, he's already locked in. He's already fucked. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no. You know, I'm not gonna take no for an answer. So he does it, and then yes, Kevin the Comic Relief. Okay, I'll give you a shout out. Hold on. Point was Kevin. He was pretty good. He did really good on that. And shout out to Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis was in it.
There's a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah.
So that
my cousin Paul was in it. Of course, Adam, you and Alana already said y'all. Jamie.
Oh yeah, Jamie
Sullivan. She was a fucking help. Too, right? Yeah, she was one of the kids too. Well, anyway, so after we shout out to everybody, and if I missed you, sorry.
So you're in the credits.
Yeah, definitely in the credits. So we talking about the Foley and all that, and he says, "Give me time. Let me do what I got to do, and we'll have a good sound." And because audio is everything in the movies, you know what I mean? Like you can have a shitty picture, but if you have great audio, people are bound to stick around and listen to it. Yeah. So I did the score, and then I sent them everything, all the audio we had, and that was like probably roughly about a year. And so we just I barely got it back, like maybe about a month ago, and it's ready. The movie's done, finally done. We're about ready. I'm about to clip the trailer, so
I got a song on that hoe too.
Yeah, you got the only song that's a rapper on there, like
got the
like an
intro
actual
song on that
because I did all the songs. I did, and then I did the songs with AI too. Like I'm singing on songs, and then I went and changed the voice and put it on there. So I'm doing a lot of the songs on there. So
I was gonna say how you felt about that, but that answers that question right there. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, he's ahead of the game. He was. I'm gonna be real with you.
Timberland shit, like,
Before this AI wave was really shooting like this heavy on music, he was the first person to let me know, hey, bro, this is what's coming.
Yep.
And, kind of let me peep game, and then poof, here we are. And this is when we were doing the song. This is actually like our actual first time, like me and him working just us. So he's, kind of putting me on, this is how he works. Yeah. This is how I want it. Redo it. This is how I want it, whatever.
Yeah,
so
I made you redo your verse, right?
Yeah, he's actually one of the first producers that ever made me redo my verse. But I held my humble ass head and said, you know what, Smoke, I'm gonna redo this verse for you, dog.
I've done that. I've done that quite a bit throughout my career. You know what I mean? Where I'll tell the rappers like, do it again. Like it's not right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like I know like who are you to fuck say, but I'm hearing the song and I'm like, bro, I know how you rap. And if you're gonna rap, you can rap better than this. You know what I mean? I've done it to everybody. My homeboy Little Ro.
Yeah,
shout out Little Ro.
With Little Ro plenty of time.
Yeah, so we do a song. This is one of my biggest songs. I got like 3 million something views on this song on my YouTube. Don't forget to go to my YouTube at SMOKEBEATZ. Go hit that up. But anyway, so it's a song called Right Back. So that song, he does a verse, and I kind of didn't like the way it was coming out. It was coming out a little different from everybody else. And I told him, that's not you. I said, I need you, that suave shit, that real smooth shit. And he delivered. And I was like, dude, next thing you know, that song fucking, it was doing good for a little bit. And then I put it out in 2019. In 2022, it fucking blows up. Crazy. Out of nowhere. Just fucking, it got on a playlist and it was over. People were fucking, my subscribers went up, everything went up. I was like, fuck it, that was the birth of it.
That's crazy.
And saying all the time, pump it or dump it, yeah. That's how it was, like, with the verses. Like, we'd tell them, hey, you know what, get in the booth, and if we didn't like it, we'd just be like, nah, pump it or dump it, you know what I mean? You get your chance.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. Back then, it was like, for
we ain't got time to be bullshitting.
Yeah, and it was like I was a different person. Like, I'd say I was kind of a dick back then, a little bit more. But it's because we had a certain standard that we had to meet because we were already with everybody else and all this quality shit. So I was kind of a dick. I did act like fucking asshole.
I feel that. But as a producer, don't you always kind of have an idea creatively of where you want the song to go?
Yeah,
so you're
definitely.
just kind of,
my thing
somebody
is,
gets up there and does some completely opposite shit of where you hear the song at, you gotta be, cut that shit, homeboy.
Yeah, my thing is like, I wanna make sure that if you're gonna come out of my studio, that it's gonna be as best as we left everything on the floor. Yep. You know what I mean? And when you come out, hopefully it's the best thing that we've done at that time. You know what I mean? So I'll direct people like, okay, you know what? Sing this, do it this way, try it this way, or change your verses. I'd have dudes change their verses on their songs. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you need to do something different. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I've gotten a lot of like, I get not like, how do you say it? Like when they fuck with me bad about it. Yeah, I've got a lot of
criticism.
Yeah, because I do it a lot, and it's like, what if somebody goes in? I've had somebody tell me like, what if somebody comes in and they just want to work and do it the way they want to do it and just record it the way they want to record it? And I'm like,
well, then you should
they go to somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you should go to a beat maker then.
Yeah,
because I'm a motherfucking producer over here.
Just an
and you
engineer,
looking for a beat maker.
Or just an engineer.
Yeah.
Just an engineer.
Yeah.
Somebody to push the button.
Yeah, just somebody to push the button.
I don't need your creativeness. I don't need
Yeah,
shit. I ain't paying for that.
People pay me. I charged at that time. I've always charged a good penny, but I charge it for what I could give you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just let you go in there and record. I'm gonna make sure that we come out with the best of you that we can. You know,
and I'm gonna be real with you. That's why I didn't I'm not gonna say shit. You know what I mean? Because on paper, dog, credential wise, this motherfucker is where I want to be. You know what I mean? Type shit. Yeah. He's been around the block. He's spun the block multiple times, and that's where I want to be. So who the fuck am I to not humble myself to listen to him? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel at a certain point, you know, he's got to play coach. And if you're an uncoachable player, then that's on you, homeboy. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's where he just comes in with that type of approach. It's just being a coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't take that, then I don't know. That's crazy to me. So now we're getting ready to, and I don't like to put you on the spot like that, but as far as like a release for the film kids, maybe sometime next year?
Oh, definitely next year. I had thoughts of maybe putting it out this year, but I really think that we took all this time to make sure that it was as good quality as we could. And I don't want it to come out and then it just go to YouTube or something. I'm getting it on streaming. I got a distributor for it. I want this motherfucker to come out, and when they give me the whatever, I'm gonna put it up in distribution already this year, and then they're gonna give me what do you call it?
Release date. A
release date. Yeah. See, I got fucking Mike C already telling me right now. He said me, you have a red glare on your glasses. That's the technical guy. I'm telling you. This dude's looking at. He's not even listening to what the fuck we're saying. He don't give a fuck what we're saying. He's looking at how
he's looking at the lighting and shit. I can see that shadow in the back.
Smoke your too
Loud's
white.
big head.
Yeah, I already know it's Mike.
Funny,
Shout out, Mike.
He says it's just our era. We was all dicks. We had to be better than the next man. These days are much better for the artists. Point's crazy, though.
Yeah.
Facts, if you're not coachable as an artist, you won't make it at all. Point's crazy. He's always on some wild shit. Boy, that fool don't give a fuck.
You say Idaho, Denver, like did
Yeah,
you mean like
some kind of random
did you
spots
mean like
and
y'all
I'm
were there
trying to back
performing
it
or
up.
y'all's CD was being sold there?
Nah,
We're on tour.
physically
Yeah,
been.
That I physically been ever in my life?
On music wise.
Oh, music wise.
Not just me and my wife taking a fucking vacation to Barcelona.
You know what the only thing for as far as on the tour and
the only.
Speaking to the mic, that's what he said. Damn. Here you go, Johnny Smalls. There you go. Okay. So what were we asking? Oh yeah. Okay, so unfortunately with the Four Corners, we did we had the South Park tour, and then we had the Chingo tour. Then we jumped on Chingo's tour when Chingo was blowing up. So shout out to Chingo, and David and all them for giving us that shot. So we got on that show, but on that tour, but that one was already like in full bloom. So that one was already like in Kansas City, like Missouri and all that. You know what I mean? So
I like Kansas City.
We went all the way up, and then we just hit all the spots coming down like that on that tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we didn't go. See, the thing is with the group and the tour, something always happened. For some reason, we didn't hit East Coast.
No shit.
We didn't hit the East Coast dates, and we didn't hit the West Coast dates. Probably like the two main ones that we were supposed to hit. We didn't get to hit those. Like something would come up with us on the tour, or so and so can't go, or something happened. Something always came up. So that was we hit like Southwest, or Nevada and all that, and then all the way over here to like Milwaukee and all that. You know what I mean?
What about Chicago? Did y'all ever hear Chicago?
We were close to Chicago, but we didn't get to.
Okay.
We didn't get to perform. I'm kind of very, very happy we didn't perform in Chicago. Yeah,
because that's the home of the actual Four Corners.
That's where the
gang.
gang.
Yeah.
And we weren't part of the gang. We weren't nothing. We had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But if we would have gone over there, we probably would have gotten to some shit.
Yeah, they probably would have pressed y'all about it. So.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, I'm kind of glad we never went there as the group. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's true. Okay.
I would have loved to perform there. I mean, even at that, like, we sold a lot of CDs in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about that? What's the farthest your CD's been sold?
Worldwide.
Hell
I mean, something like Indonesia with fucking.
My homeboy, shit you not, my homeboy at that time, Teddy Willingham. I know a lot of people know y'all.
I know Teddy.
Shout out
Teddy.
Telly.
Telly. Yeah.
My bad. Fuck, he's gonna give me all pissed.
He says,
Okay, so Telly.
what does he say all the time? He says something all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you know the right
I
guy.
know Telly.
Okay, so he's in Italy. He's over there for something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing in Italy, but he's there for a couple of months.
Isn't he in the military?
Oh yeah, he was in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's there. He's there for a couple of months, and then he tells me, "Hey, your album's here." He takes a picture and he sends it to me later on, yeah, he tells me something about that our CD is in the music stores in Italy. I was like,
wow, bro, that's fucking
I was like,
bananas.
wow,
bro.
okay. I was like, I didn't even know it went there. You know what I mean?
So let me ask some questions.
Well, look, they got copies
Yeah,
right now.
German.
on
Do you
Discogs.
have
Huh?
On Discogs right now? They got copies that'll ship
20
from
pounds, bro?
Germany for $6. They got one
For
for
20
$6.
pounds.
Damn.
They got Homeboy's CD for sale for 20 pounds.
Damn. How much is 20 pounds?
It
Oh,
is
about
23,
It says it right there
26.
underneath.
$23. That's what they're selling it for?
Look at that one up there going for 60. There might be some going for more though.
Yeah, what's the
That's crazy. So let me ask you a question.
I don't
Do
even have one of
Do
those.
you have a copy?
No,
of any
I don't.
Of those?
I don't have. I have the bootlegs of all of them.
So
The
you have the
bootleg.
second. You have the second pressing that y'all did on your own when y'all went and said we're gonna press our 5,000 of our own, or you have a third pressing.
We have like, I don't know. We had a lot of pressing, about 4 or 5. So.
Oh, shit, okay.
But
They're saying if you have an original pressing.
The ones that Robert
the
pressed.
original, the one that the first
the
one
ones
that
that
Robert got.
from Southwest also. That's what
Yeah,
I mean.
they were.
Y'all
They were
probably
the
didn't
green
even-
CD. They were the green CD with the actual logo, and they had in the back it was all like with the charm, with the Thug City charm, and then in the back it had another like with all the yeah, it had that in the front and let me see, is that the original one? No. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, that's the original one right there.
Crazy. Yeah. Shout out Fedia. Fedia said
Yeah,
y'all
the-
are the only ones from the city that have your CDs at Walmart. No, I forgot.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
Walmart too.
Best Buy, right?
Yeah, Best
too.
Buy and all
That
that.
shit's crazy.
Yeah, how did that work? The edited version that was for selling Walmart. Y'all put
That
out
was
a-
with Swift too, talking about that 7 days.
He had to edit, make a radio edit. Damn.
No. We did that. We did it on the second album, and we did that with at digital services with the big SSL board and all
They
that.
just mute the words.
We had to
and
do
shit.
2 albums, so it's like we're doing a regular album. So every song we mixed and mastered, they would have to do the clean version, and so
right after. Yeah. Remember we did that for a little while ago again.
See, look, go
Kinda
down.
It's kind of helpful.
Go down all the way to the last one. That the Latin what's it called? Latin World.
Yeah, y'all were on a lot of compilations too.
Okay, that was the first Latin World, I believe it was the first one that came out. And we had Thugs in the Club song, and we had Southside, and we gave them those 2 songs to use. Yeah, Southside, Texas, and Thugs in the Club.
Yeah.
So, and bro, we were telling people 'cause we were gonna sign with them. We were gonna sign with them too. You know what I mean?
Who's that? That's
Latin World,
Yeah.
Latium.
Yeah.
Latium.
Yeah, it was gonna be a partnership between Thug City and Latium and all that, and it was, I think, something like that. I might be wrong, but I want to say it was gonna be something like that. So we're at the club and we're out promoting that we're on this album. People were freaking out because we're telling them like this is a big thing. You know what I mean? Look at all that.
Chavez.
Yeah. Look at that. That's a big ass. That was a big thing back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were on that before our album came on. So that one.
This was before the album
Yeah,
came out.
and
So this
those
is perfect
are.
promotion.
And those 2 songs are done with the old versions of the songs. We went and redid the new versions and put them on the album, on the first album.
Damn, that's badass.
Yeah.
That's throwback. So there was more than one Latin World.
Yeah, later. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of compilations and stuff like that.
Shit.
Oh, that was.
How much?
Yeah, hold on.
Is that a solo
hold
album?
on. That's my first. That's my third
Like y'all on this?
comp.
What is this?
Which one's that one?
How much did y'all have on
Y'all are on this one.
Everybody's mixtapes. What was it called?
Dat Piff.
Dat Piff.
We have nothing.
Nothing on
Nuh-uh. We weren't into the mixtape thing.
What is this one right here?
We never got on that. Fuck, I don't know. What the fuck?
There's Four Corner Hustluz on there. Let's see. Compilation.
What song is it? What song do they?
Chalk Lines, Double Homicide, Home Team Entertainment, Goodfella Music. Let's see what song that they use.
On the grind.
You think they stole it?
You see it?
No, yeah, it's on the grind. I don't.
It's Just Latino. Y'all do the song with Just Latino?
Oh, yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with Just Latino was my first beat cell.
Oh, okay. Then that's probably what it is, because that on the grind it says Just Latino.
Oh, it's probably
They
something.
might be on this.
Oh, this too.
There it goes right there. Juan Gotti, Ice, Two Loco, Four Corner Hustluz. Also, that was the I for an I 242. Do you remember that
Oh
one?
yeah, ojo por ojo, diente.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, he fucking produced this, so how the fuck he got to remember?
Yeah.
That's how I used to go by, like that. Smoke for smoke beats.
Let's see what's under here on there real quick.
Nothing, just hurry up and buy, like Ice would say.
It's crazy.
They probably have them under a different name, too.
And that was your
This
solo
right here.
album? That was
Hold on,
Smoke
damn.
Beats in Your Face. That's a solo album?
Kind of, it was a compilation.
Oh,
I
okay.
had a lot of people on there. I would do the comps for. I had 1, 2. I had the Corpus Christi All Stars 1
Oh, okay.
and 2, and then I did the In Your Face.
Man, that's tight. Who's on that? Hold on. Let's see who's on there real quick.
They want $32
Oh, Dab.
for that motherfucker right now.
$32.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see here.
I don't even have a copy of that.
Shout out Street Bully.
People.
Street Bully. I haven't heard him in a while. Man, that's OG right there.
The
Is that Big
Dapper
G,
Don.
Dapper
like Big
Don?
G from that passed
Shout
away?
out Dap.
One
On,
guy.
on Hot? Is that Big G?
Yeah, Big G.
That passed away?
Yeah.
Damn.
Big G
Mr.
was on there.
Optimo.
Big G was
and
another
Smoke
one.
Beats. Let's see. Ice, Jingle Bling, Lucky Luciano, Isaac P. From Low Key Ballers, right?
Yep.
And then
I need a
let's see,
hotel. Yeah.
Mikey, Zay, Antino, Dapper Don, Street Bully,
Well, you got a catalog.
Fade Dog, and Flatline.
Homeboy,
Official.
Young
like a
Thugs.
motherfucker.
Shout out Young
All
Thugs.
beats produced by.
Capone of Latino. Jam
Haters. I have that on that Haters song. It's it was very bad. I'm not gonna talk about it, but it was a very bad concept of what I was doing. But it has to be the original. If whoever bought the original knows what I'm talking about. And now I'll just leave it at it. It's just a
Well, on the
song.
repressing, you took that song off?
I took some parts of that song out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did it just for myself because I don't know. I didn't like it. But it was pretty crazy. But
Wow, that's a lot, man. So let's see. Does anybody else want to add to it? Y'all got any questions for Smoke? Let's see what they're talking about.
We
Let's
have
see what
one
they're
song.
talking about. Shout out to my boy Cube. For Jared Cubelis, man. Hold your head, baby boy.
Fuck you.
Let's see
They ain't
here.
rapping on unless I do the beat.
the what?
I said, you tell them, whenever they reach out for y'all to do a compilation, you like, they ain't rapping on the song unless I do the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. You an
Every
animal with the
song that
beats,
they're
dog.
on from every compilation,
Animal
they
with the
produce
beats
beat.
right there.
It's like right now, like I'm doing. Right now, I'm older, so I'm kind of died down on the whole like young rap.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
you know what I mean. The youngsters, I love a lot of stuff that they do. It's dope. You know what I mean. But at the same time, I don't think they. I've tried to record a couple of youngsters, and it doesn't. I don't know. They don't want that direction the way
Yeah.
a veteran rapper or an older guy would take. You know
I don't
what
think the artful creation is there for the youngsters no more. I just think it's about talking shit more so than trying to be creative and create something.
My like recording, I don't record a lot. I've never advertised come record in my studio ever. So I don't record with just anybody. If you want to come and record with me, if I don't know you, then you have to know somebody that knows me, and they have to give me their they have to give you.
That's about you.
Yeah, they have to vouch for you. Yeah. Yeah, so then I'll fuck with them because I don't really like to just waste my time. You know what I mean? Just to fuck around. You know, I don't like doing fuck around shit.
Hey, what is his website right here? They just asked us, are any copies of the Double Up album to purchase? What is his website?
This is called Discogs.com.
We're literally looking at a screen with all of the older albums available to purchase online, and it's called Discogs. That's Discogs. Discogs.com.
And just Google their name.
And you just got to type in
Type in their name in the search.
You just got to type in Four Corner Hustlers, and all those albums are on there available for purchase at different prices.
Yeah, I've helped out a lot of producers. Some are still doing it, and some are not.
P. Luna said, "Can you say Smoke Beats, baby?"
Better drop that Cash App.
Dak said, "I still haven't got my manager
I'm just
fee
fucking
for
with
both of my sons' cameos with Desi and the Philly Brown."
And that's too bad. You signed the contract. Chill out. Don't be talking about that.
Who did this version?
Hey, you know what? Hold on. Real quick. Just he said that. It just reminded me. When Desi was 6 years old, he's on a fucking Hollywood movie.
What?
Yeah. He's on the movie Philly Brown with Jenny Rivera,
Oh shit!
Jenny Rodriguez.
That's what he's talking about.
Right, Jenny Rodriguez. Okay, so Badge, Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips. It's a big ass movie, and Desi's on there. He's on
Philly
the
Brown, y'all go check it out.
Yeah, Philly Brown. So okay,
He's like an extra?
That was a sideshow. No, they played one of his. He's a talking point.
He had a
They played-
role?
It's called
No, he didn't have lines.
Discogs.
They played one of his songs, and they talked about.
DIS.
You know what I mean? Like Chingo's
COGS.
talking about us.
Discogs.
and he's like, yeah, his dad and
I'll type it in the
like this.
comments right now.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, what do you call it?
You're gonna type it. in
They're
the
just talking
comments.
about him being hustlers, the dad and son trio. But he gets money from that, you know, a little here and there, you know. So that's our first discography. That's our first IMBD. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot that. You know what? I took
Two-time Golden Gloves champion.
Yeah, 2-time Golden Gloves champion, Desi.
That's crazy.
Okay, yeah. Who did this?
We
Is this
support-
done by DJ Screw? No, just fucking.
He said screw the
Dude,
chops.
I can't remember who did it, dude. I know their names.
What, a K's there?
Just a man of I
DJ Kool-Aid or something.
I forgot who it was.
That's crazy.
Screwed up mind.
Screwed Up Minds
See how
Entertainment.
many they done.
Somebody from the H.
No, you know
Somebody
what?
from the age.
I don't know who they are.
That's a true fan, bro.
Hey, man, but shit. If there's anybody else, shoot y'all's questions in right now.
That's what I was asking anybody he's influenced or like helped out, like
Who your proteges?
Oh, you have any proteges? Do you have any proteges? Or anybody you gonna claim?
I don't have nothing that I really like built like that. You know what I mean? Or like created to be like me or anything like that, or
just
to
to help
yeah.
guide, basically, like
No.
Everybody that I fuck with, you know what I mean?
Everybody.
Everybody that I fuck with, I leave them a piece of me so that they know what I would think. They know what I would do. They know what I, you know what I mean? Like if you work with me, then you kind of get an idea of how I work, and then you get an idea, okay, this will help me or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's but you got to work with me like several times. You can't just one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the people that do work with me, like my homeboy Jay Fedia. Jay Fedia's been a long time lifer. Shout out Jay Fedia. Shout out to
Jay
my boy
Fedia.
Lolo. Shout out Southside Smoke Shop. You want to smoke the best? You got to go to the best. Southside Smoke Shop.
Let's do some advertisement for Southside Smoke Shop.
There it is, right there.
Southside Smoke Shop, where all the high quality
Yeah.
activities and apparel and
Are any of those albums on streaming
We're even,
websites?
if you know what I mean.
Any of those
paraphernalia.
albums on streaming websites?
activity going on.
Someone said they still got an original copy of In Your Face album by Smoke. I'm just wondering, is that on like Apple Music or anything?
No, because I took that album, and I took some songs from that, and I took some songs from the first and second volumes of the Smoke Beats compilations, and I put it all in one album, and I called it the Hood Old Days.
Okay.
So that one's doing pretty good. That one's still,
And that one's on streaming?
Yeah, that one's
Okay,
on streaming.
good.
But it has all the best or all the main songs that all these compilations had.
No.
So not all of these Four Corner Hustler albums are available for stream?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, shit,
I know. City of No Pity should be. We have it on streaming.
Well, because I guess that wouldn't be property of yours. That would be property of Thug City Records, correct?
Yeah, but I have I had the blessing to put on. He had told me just do whatever, you know what I mean, put it on there. So I put on the first one, but I had I think I had issues with the second one because
The only one that's on Apple Music is the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole album.
I'll check it out. Damn, something happened there.
Hold on, no, City of No Pity's on there too.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I was like, shit, hold on. Okay, yeah.
But big props to you, man. I think you're well deserving of your flowers. I think you helped set, the way and pave the way, and without even knowing it. I don't think that was probably your intentions in the beginning. I think you probably just wanted to do music.
Yeah, I just wanted to
But
do music.
we gotta give you your flowers, man. You've
Appreciate
influenced a lot of people, and you've had the opportunity to help a lot of people out, and you have had the influence upon a lot of people. And like he said, man, you gotta be somebody. You gotta be somebody to end up in Smoke's studio, man. It took me a long time to get there. Once I finally did get there, though, I appreciated it, man. It felt like an achievement doing music out here, to be able to work with Smoke and then to be able to be in the films. And, now we kind of got a good relationship going, and we're going to keep creating. And, we've been talking about doing an EP. I just got to get off my ass and get it started.
Yeah.
But that's something that we're going to do. Definitely we're going to get that done. So we kind of, let's let that cat out the bag. But we're going to get started on that. We've done some other things together with the filming stuff, and we're going to keep doing that. So
I got a new one that I was going to talk to you about too. It's a holiday film, a short film that we want to knock out. A little Christmas one. But you know what? I did want to talk about real quick is I do want to shout out like the stuff that I'm doing now right now 'cause with my music. I started going into the Spanish market, and I had my mentors were like, of course, was Swift because he's already been in there, and I had La Machi as a mentor, and she helped me
from
La Conquista.
La Conquista.
Yeah, she helped me.
But that's not what it's called now. What is it called now?
No, it's just I don't know what they.
Oh, okay.
I think they still have it, but I don't know. I don't know the story about that.
All right. So,
anyway,
shout out Machi from La Conquista.
So Machi helped me. Machi and Swift kind of helped me figure out how to make these cumbias better. You know what I mean? They made me better. So I work with her. And then I have an artist that I work with. Her name is Amanda Solis.
Okay.
She's a fucking great person. She's really great. She fucking performs her ass off. She's a great performer.
And her genre is
Cumbias and Mexican regional right now. You know what I mean? We're working on that album right now.
All right, badass.
Shout out to her and her management. Settle. I can't forget fucking record labels. It'll be all pissed off. David Gona and Joey Yayo. And then me. I'm part of the crew right there too. But yeah, we're working on that album, trying to get her shit popping.
That's good.
I think I have a good feeling about her. She's gonna do well. We're all gonna do well on that album. And then I'm just loving the whole Mexican regional stuff right now.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it got my attention.
Yeah.
And so I'm picking and choosing.
You got all the corridos tumbados. You got all the fucking
all of that.
Santa Fe Clan and Secans and all these people. And it's dope
started
as fuck.
jamming. I never even listened to like Fuerza Regida before.
Yeah.
Or Santa Fe
Man,
Clan,
they're.
You know what I mean? I started listening to them, and it's like, damn, this is a whole, little vibe. Even like Peso Pluma, like I always heard Peso Pluma, and then I heard one song, and I'm like, man, I like this song. So I started digging into some other shit. Like it just grows on you, you know what I mean? So you end up adhering to a different genre of music you didn't even know you liked, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, I've done a lot, like rock, I've done thrash, I've done fucking rap, I've done country. Now I'm doing.
I want to do a
cumbias and
country
all that.
comedic song, dog.
I'm telling you, you can do something. I got all those AIs. I love AI.
As my lady, man, me and my lady always fucking around at the house, and I have this thing about making up stupid ass songs all the time. This is what I do when I smoke. But she's always making fun of me. She always tells me, you should come out with
I got a
stupid ass country
I
song.
got a corrido tumbado rap song that I did with Point. I produced for Point and T-Rez. It's out right now.
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard
you
it. Yeah, shot. It's different
It's
as hell.
fucking right.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit's
different.
hard as fuck.
It's
like
different, bro.
And it came out pretty good. So if
Yeah.
y'all get a chance, jam that out.
Yeah, that's what's up.
No, we're done.
Well, I mean, hey, let's go over
I mean,
there.
unless you
Everybody
wanna
else
talk-
say,
I mean, what do you wanna talk?
I got a question. Okay, being that I would consider you like definitely one of the OGs of like the Corpus Christi Latin rap scene, being like damn near one of the early acts in the Latin rap scene in the South, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all were right there with Chingo Bling, Dope House and all them, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you feel about the state of like the Latin rap scene now of like the D-Babies, the Pesos, and like, shit, who else is out there?
I like.
93. You
I-
got
Mexican
Mexican
OTs, yeah.
OTs. You got
I like
Southside Hoodlum.
I like D Baby. I like his music. I like OT too. I like some of his songs too. He's dope. Like an artist, he's dope. Songs the way he puts together, they're dope.
Yeah.
It's not really
not
my
your
thing
forte.
too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some songs there's some songs that he gets, and I'm just like, damn, he's fucking going hard. But then sometimes it just
Yeah,
sounds
I
kinda-
didn't really like the song with Lil Wayne. OT did a song with Lil Wayne.
I like the song. I don't know.
I didn't like the
I
song.
didn't like the video too much.
I didn't like the song. I didn't like the verses.
Did you see it with the video?
I was like, wow. I thought I was gonna. Yeah, I did.
That's probably what did it, because the video might change the way you hear the song.
Yeah, probably. Like, I didn't really like that song.
But
I don't know.
I like all the new music. I like all this stuff, and I just think it's if you want to get back to like how when it was when we were doing it when we first started off, I think people have to want to do songs because they love doing their songs.
Yeah.
They want their songs to be the best. They want their everything, that their presentation to be the best. They want everything. Right now it's so easy to just you can record
Slap
it at your
it
house,
together.
boom, 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 throw it together, and it's online the same day. You know what I mean? And then it suffers because you don't have that quality. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Look at me. I waited almost a year, to get a super high quality audio from Swift for the movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
like I wait for it. Like he told me, why are you gonna go and do a good movie and then just fuck off
Rush
the
it
audio?
out.
Yeah, for sure. You
So
want
I
to.
waited and I listened to him and man, I was frustrated throughout the process because I want this shit done because there's
Yeah.
other shit that I got to do, after I get the audio. But I just tell myself like, I've just got to listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't just just be like, oh, hurry up and just do it. Nah. And finally, I got it, and I got a 5.1 Dolby Atmos. Fucking.
Hell yeah.
Dolby Digital
So you
surround
and the movie
sound.
quality, you know what I mean? This shit, I'm listening to it and I'm listening to it and I'm watching it. I hear fucking dogs on this side. I hear a car on this side, and I hear fucking people talking over here. You know what I mean? It's like you're in a fucking environment.
Yeah, that's
and we wouldn't
crazy.
have done that if I would have been like, nah, hurry up.
Yeah.
But I think that's what goes back to the whole quality. You have to have love for your music. Don't do it for the likes. Don't do it for the shares and the fucking money. Once you start, there's a lot of artists. I've been doing this for a long time, and a lot of time when I hear them start talking about I'm doing it for the money,
Yeah.
doesn't ever pan out.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times, well, especially now more than ever, like people need to get back. Like you were saying, I think the artists need to just get back to the love of creating the art, being creative, and a lot. Like I said before, a lot of motherfuckers just want to jump on the track and talk a bunch of shit. But I think what you were saying, taking your time, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the projects that I've taken the most time on, like recorded the song 2 or 3 times, rewrote the hook. Spend the most money on the video. Like those are the ones that do the best.
Yeah.
Like I'm fixing to put out another song here, and I've probably been holding on to the song since before Merk passed away.
Yeah.
Because Merk was at the video shoot for the song. We're literally gonna reshoot some more scenes for the song. I went back after the song had been done for years. I went back and I got Rose Marie and I put her on the background vocals and I'm still adding to it because
Wow, that must
enough.
be nice. That must be nice.
Yeah,
to get
you know what I mean?
Rosemary
You gotta
on a
be-
song
gotta be-
nowadays.
Gotta be a good guy.
Shout out,
you know what I mean?
Rose.
Shout out Rosemary. She likes me. I'm a good guy. I'm a swell guy.
Swell guy. I haven't got.
Hey, and she sounds so good on it.
Oh, yeah,
and I gotta bring her back to finish the vocals, but she just put the finishing touch on the song. And after I heard it, I was like, that's what is missing. This song.
Yeah. G Boys. No, GP. It was what?
Bam Bam and
Yeah, oh, Bam Bam.
I saw Bam Bam like 3 days ago at HEB. That's crazy that you brought him up. Shout out Bam Bam. And I saw G Boy. And I saw G Boy last week because I went over there to his spot to go eat.
He's got some damn good food.
Shout out Top Secret Barbecue.
Yeah,
That's
shout out.
Hey, bro, that's just taking a barbecue title right now. Changed my mind. But let's look at the comments, man. These boys is talking. Let's see here. We got Orlando Torres said, I still got the original In Your Face album by Smoke. Much love, CC to SA. Robert Saucedo Jr., I could say that my music wouldn't be what it is without my boy Smoke.
Man, Wicked.
Period.
Shout out to Wicked. You know what? It's like this. Look, I could sit here and shout out and try to remember everybody that I shout out, but there's a lot. There's too many people to name.
Yeah,
so if I haven't shouted you out, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Point said, let's see. Smoke has molded all my recent tracks. I went from underground to a bit more pop on these recent records. That was Point.
Oh, yeah.
Dak said, extremely proud of our accomplishments, buddy. Lots of great memories of all our family spending New Year's together. Much love always. Yeah. Salute from A.B. Da Vinci. Nicole Flores said, good question. Let's see. Point. And the story goes, produced by Smoke out now. All digital forms, baby. Juan. Oh, that was Swift. He said, mixed in surround sound.
Oh, yeah.
GP Click. R.I.P. Merc. Well, man, Smoke, it's been a great interview, dog. We got some good stuff in. We learned some things. We had probably the longest episode we've had to date. I'm extremely
For real? Man, my bad.
Yeah, bro. And it was filled with a bunch of shit we didn't know. And we appreciate it. Smoke hasn't done a lot of podcasts, man. So I'm happy that he was able to make it here. I'm happy that we were able to get some viewers and get some interaction going. And I hope that everybody appreciates this boy breaking it down for us, you know what I mean? Because he's got a lot of history just in him alone, you know what I mean? With the music scene out here, he's one of the triple OGs out here as far as his music goes, and you need to give him his flowers and give him his weight owed and pay him big, you know what I'm talking about? So shout out my boy Smoke. You guys don't got any other questions?
I got a shout out real quick. I want to shout out to my little niece, Michaela Berglund. I need to say her whole name, that way I can embarrass her. But yeah, I told her I'd give her a shout out.
That's what's up. And you know,
and to all my nieces, and to you know what I mean, all my family and my nephews and you know all them, you know what I mean, my grandsons, both my grandsons, Max and Miles, all them. Love you, love all of y'all.
About doing a podcast?
I have, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here is because
you got to give me a double back.
I kind of just wanted, but listen,
verse for verse.
I did not want to do kind of like this. You know what I mean? I want to talk, but I didn't want it to be just like, I wanted just to be about what you do. I want it to be about like what you think. You know what I mean?
Life.
Yeah, kind of like politics.
Hey, we can bring you back, baby. Now that you done filled us in, we can do a part two.
We can do politics and religion,
we can
and
do
you know what I mean. And,
tune in for
know,
part two with Smoke.
You know,
maybe we can get him to do the Smoke Beats, baby.
Go down to all those rabbit holes.
Aliens here yet?
Yeah, they come next month.
Oh, don't get me talking about aliens, dog. I'll game y'all up about the Anunnaki and all that.
Yeah, hey, you see
Get to
that?
talking about the reptilians, bro. They're gonna censor me. Let's talk about the ice wall. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been episode 5 of Trill Talk with Loud, where we always gonna kick the truth, speak the real, and keep it trill. So next week, no, not next week. In 2 weeks, I always say that, but in 2 weeks, what date is that? I always get the dates wrong. In 2 weeks, we're gonna come back at y'all. This is gonna be the 4th, November 4th.
So y'all do these every 2 weeks?
We do these every 2 weeks, every Tuesday. I mean, see, I keep seeing every
Every other
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday. We do them every 2 weeks, and it will be on November 4th. So we're gonna see you November 4th, Tuesday night at 9:30. I'll be letting y'all know what guests we got for that particular day. It's not locked in yet, so we're gonna confirm that. And then, man, we never know. We may pop up with a second episode with Smoke here and get to chopping about some regular ass shit, since y'all like to hear him talk.
How about maybe we try just to think about it, do a show for the kids.
Whatever shit. I love the kids. Loud love the kids. Loud love the kids.
For the kids, I mean the movie. Like when the movie comes out. You know what I mean?
Okay. As a promo. All right, we can lock that in.
Red carpet.
Yeah,
We could
so
do
like
that
when
at the Artisan. Maybe we could lock something in at the Artisan. Get a little viewing show or some shit. Projector shit. It's going down.
Just get a good little podcast. Everybody can talk
Yeah.
about all the shit that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whoever's available, you know, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So,
Now come sit down, talk.
yeah, we could.
Yeah. You
I'm gonna
can.
buy a suit. I gotta buy a suit for that. So, shout out Ridin High Network,
Hey, when y'all
Ridin
see
High
this
Podcast
dude, y'all
Network.
gonna trip out, man. This dude's not normal.
I was a sleazeball in that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But shout out to Ridin High Podcast Network,
Yeah, I appreciate y'all,
always
man.
supporting us and supporting Trill Talk with Loud. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to my guys over at LV Boxing Club. Shout out to Beauty Dungeon, making your skin look flawless. And it's your boy Loud with another episode of Trill Talk signing out. We appreciate y'all. Yeah. Joe Cool, baby.
Trill. I've been trying to get money, they ask Johnny where you been at. Ducked off in the hood, getting money where they spin at. Out here with it solo, cause my God is on parole. Southside got it still on swole, you know where that effing in at. But we won't get into that, cause these boys got quick lips. Hate on Fat Johnny in the Audi with the stick shift. Catch him in that red zone, hit him with that pick six. This is Crooked Christian, small city, big business. Look, you gon' need a cosign, cause we definitely throw hands when it go down. Dion in his prime, showtime at the showdown. Ain't no gas in the cutter, but you getting mowed down. Smoking on this hybrid, this shit hit like Gohan. Then I pass it to my bad bitch. We chop it up, she slop it up like some manwich. Shit's pretty, you can paint them on a canvas, but I'ma bust on them like a motherfucking savage. Fat essay on a jet ski, they think I'm Cali. In your baby mama tub, eating chicken salad, trying to track my package. They telling me it's hitting Dallas, and they gonna pay a pretty penny once it hit the valley. Johnny.